Hey, alright. Hi, Emily. I'm good. How are you? And there was no sound in game. I just realized this. There it is. Cold. It's been snowing in Florida. Not where I live, but it's been snowing in, like, northern Florida, which is, like, crazy. This is kind of loud on my end now. Alright. I think I'm gonna do my... Good, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. So, I've been working on a couple of legendaries and stuff. So I'll probably do that. I do know that the PvP week is going on, but I also want to do my weeklies. I haven't done those. Like, you even looked at them? That's easy, easy. Easy, 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 easy. Alright, so we're gonna be doing this. This, that. This is somehow already marked. I don't know how, but sure. Arena net. Oh, that's been marked too somehow. Alright, sure, we'll do that. Dailies is fine. We're just gonna take some nourishment. Look at my inventory. Isn't it just awful? It's cold. Hey, Jacob. It's cold. I mean, obviously it's not as cold as like other places. Like, I mean, it's freaking warm where I am compared to like everywhere else in the country. But we're right now at 37 degrees, which is pretty cold. You know, for our region, it's pretty cold. Like today was all overcast and like there was no like. I was here earlier trying to like work on my legendaries, like I just said. And then I got caught up doing this, but I'm out of geodes. I gotta see if I can buy any keys. Oh, I can buy one key. Oh, 2, 3. Yeah, we got snow. Not where I am. Not around where I live, but yeah, I've seen videos of people in northern Florida, in Destin and stuff, where there's like snow on the beach, which is like just insane, you know. I mean, we're pretty close. Like we're only like 5-6 degrees away from snow ourselves, you know. So, I mean that's actually like a huge temperature drop, but yeah, I mean it gets to that point. The problem is the problem is where I live, right? It's like the ocean weather, the tropical ocean weather and stuff doesn't really allow for any snow to sit around here. So even if it were to snow, it would be really small little snowflakes, and they would just kind of it wouldn't stick. It would just melt. We gotta kill some Ryzen.
To identify the dust mite's weakness.
But yeah, I know the rest of the country is absolutely freezing and frozen. Most of the world is frozen. So it's but yeah, for us it's been pretty cold. I mean, it's comparably like just really not that cold. I don't need that. Oh, let's try. Just like trying my luck with these things and getting none of the stuff that I need or want. I don't need any of them. I don't need any of them. So my new series is coming along really good. Yesterday I finished one video and started video number 7 out of 9. So we're getting to the end of it. We're getting to the point where I'm getting ready to do regular stuff, and we're gonna be doing a lot of things. So I'm still thinking about like this tarot card stream that I want to do with you guys. And I just honestly, guys, I have spent so much time. I only have two avenues of what I could do, right? Because I'm a type of person, like I sit there and I try to figure out how I can solve this problem, right? So I've been trying so many things. You guys don't understand how much I'm trying to get these tarot cards, right? Because last time I was talking about scanning them in. And I was talking about how the scanning doesn't work because the glare from the reflection is like way too bright. So they come out like looking gray, and they don't look right. They're nice and detailed, but they're not. They just look like washed out in a way. So that's not gonna work. So what I ended up doing is I bought both some tissue paper, black tissue paper, and a I don't know what they're called, like a film sheet, like a darkened film sheet, like a polarized, I think it's called polarized film sheet or something I bought. I tried to use both of those with it. That didn't do anything. So I don't know. I don't know. At this point, like I said, the only two other things that I can think about is either trying to take some, like, because it's pretty, I mean, usually, not today or in the last couple weeks, but it's pretty bright around here when the sun is out. So I was thinking about going outside and finding like a spot in the shade and taking like high quality pictures with my phone. But I don't know how. I don't know how. Like, my phone isn't that great, honestly. Like, my phone is the one thing that I like never upgrade. So I have like the crappiest phone from like 6 years ago. You know, it's like, it's really not good. Because my phone is one thing that I don't really care about. I just have it to be able to be reached by other people. Like, other than that, I don't even care that I own a phone. So I was thinking that, or the other thing is that I could get in contact with the group of people that made it and try to see if they can give me the, like, I'm sure they have the art in like a folder somewhere, and if they can send it to me. But I doubt that would be an avenue of, like, they would look at me and like, why are we doing this extra work for you? You know what I mean? So I don't know how well that's gonna go. I mean, it might still have a decent camera. I just don't know how it's gonna look with, like, because I want really detailed pictures of, where did this other person go? I was here to help the other person and they're gone now. So that's very upsetting. Like, bye, bitch. Guess I'll do it myself. Attack. Oh my god. I hate it. Yeah, and then they attacked 75 times right after. You see that? How many times they attacked right after I was stunned? And I'm dead. Alright, goodbye. But yeah, I don't know how well the pictures are gonna come out. Like, how well the pictures are gonna look. So, yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. I'm still trying. I'm still gonna continue trying, because I would really, really love to show them off. They're really, really cool, and they actually, right now is actually a good time for me to do them, because, and just so you guys know, this has not been confirmed, but the makers of the Tyrian Tarot card deck, the Tyrian Art Association, it's something like that. I forgot what they were called. I forgot their name. I'm really bad with names, you guys. I don't know what the heck it's called, but anyways, the group of people that do it, and I'm sorry that I forgot their name, but apparently they were okayed to do a reprint of it. Sorry that I'm like blah blah today. What was this? What was this thing? Oh really? On my adventure guide? Okay, weird. Defeating Karka and South Sun Cove. Like, I kind of want to finish this just to like finish up my adventure guide on my main character. I mean, we could do that. Nothing's stopping us from not doing it. We can do what we want. Let's defeat 5 Karka. I can even watch it and get some plants. Forge some plants. Let's go to Karka Town. But anyways, so they were okay to they were like green lit on like doing a reprint of it. I don't know, obviously nothing is confirmed. They haven't said anything like specific about it. I just read on a post some time back, like this was like a post that was posted like 3-4 months ago, something like that. I think that was on Twitter, a post on Twitter or Reddit or somewhere. I don't remember, but yeah. Anyways, so you guys might be able to get those if you guys are interested in those tarot cards. I don't know if they're gonna do a whole reprint of the like whole thing. If there's gonna be like different, like, is it gonna have the book with it? Is it like what does that all entail, right? I don't know. I don't know really what that entails, but yeah. Anyways, there you go. So it would be, so what I'm saying is it would be a really good time for me to do that right now. God, I hate Tarka. They hit so hard. I was back at a time when they made enemies just hit really, really hard. Alright, we've done our adventure guide. I don't care about finishing this event. This map is beautiful. I wish they would actually do, like... I think they should integrate this like they did, like, these two, right? How they kind of integrated those, right? They're not part of the, like, actual thing, but they're still, like, relevant in a way. You go through there. They should do something with South Sun Cove as well, where they make it relevant to play. Anyways, I needed to forge some plants. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this video series I'll get done. I don't know. I really, like I said, I have like 3 videos still to do. And I would like to have them done before I release anything. But I would also want to release the series before the next part releases. And I thought about releasing every, like, because I don't want to do every day release a video, because I also want there to be some space, because not just because of the algorithm, but also because I want to release stuff in between that, because I don't want to release 2 videos in the same day, but I also don't want to wait like 9 days in order to then release another video. So what I want to do is I want to do like every 3 days. So I want to do like day 1 and then day 4, right? Have like 3, not every 3 days, every 4 days, I guess. Like have 3 days in between. Okay, so have something on day 1, day 4, day 7, right? Day 11, like kind of like have like 3 days in between there, where I don't release anything, and then like, or where I don't have anything set to release, and while I'm working on stuff on those days I can release something, right? And then it's not gonna take, that's gonna take about a month for all those videos to come out, and then in that month I should have a bunch of other things that I'm working on already, and that will bring us to hopefully right around the time that that month will probably be like, the way that I see it working out, or that I'm hoping working out, is like 2 weeks before they release the new thing, and then and then the new thing releases, and then 2 weeks after the next update releases. So you kind of have like a month around that time, and then hopefully that'll be the perfect time while new people are playing and people are watching trailers and watching whatever, right? Guild Wars comes up because of the algorithm, and people are gonna watch the video. Oh, there's no plants anywhere around here. I'm gonna go get some flax. That's what I'm gonna do. So, and then hopefully, and if we apply for the partner program, hopefully we'll get a response. I don't know. So fingers crossed. And then by the end of that, if we get the partner program, then we can be just super excited and happy and play. At that point, I will have started the Eye of the North playthrough. I will have started playing the new challenge mode that I've thought about, and we'll be having a lot of Guild Wars content. But that's kind of the plan. I don't know how well. It doesn't look that bad, but it's just getting a little long. Yeah, but anyways, it's been crazy. I mean, I've been super busy with just life, I guess. Not even like, I can't even say work. Like, work hasn't been that busy, but I just work a lot more. And those videos are just very involved. I was glad that I finished. Wow, someone cleaned out the whole thing over here. I'm glad that I got the that got like a video done yesterday. That was really like, I was just like, ooh, I'm really excited about that I got that video done. And it came out pretty good. And then I had to do, I ended up having like, I think the later parts of the scripts that I've written that I wrote, I think I'm gonna have to like, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking like I need to like the one that I'm working on right now, for example, has been very kind of, I'm sorry, my brain is like all over the place today, so I'm like losing my train of thought like mid-sentence. But so because I worked on the new video yesterday, and I had to sit there, and the first hour of it was me not rewriting, but like changing stuff up in the scripts. And I think that's because the scripts that I wrote, like I wrote them all in a row, and I think the later like part was like I just wanted to get them done. So I'm gonna have to like kind of revisit them as I do these videos and kind of spruce them up a little bit with like new words and kind of change some stuff around. Because like I said, I think it was just like, it got to the point where like writing so many weeks, like that's why I couldn't ever be a writer, because I was sitting there writing these scripts, and it got to the point where I was like, oh my god, I can't imagine doing this for a living. I really can't. Okay, forging. Oh, I gotta do it in a specific place. I'm like, why is this not dinging? Okay, dumb. We have a little farm out here. Did you get a set schedule? New challenge? Yeah, so I have a new challenge run that I want to do a hardcore challenge run. Now this is going to be an actual challenge run. So this is going to be close to the pacifist, but even like imagine the pacifist run, but like hardcore, to the point where like if I die, it's game over. I'm timing the whole thing. I'm not doing any weapons, any armor, any skills besides the one skill. No, the one skill that's given to you, which is the one skill, meaning the one skill they give you, which is the one healing skill. I'm not changing that either. I'm not taking any traits. I'm not taking anything, and the only weapons that I can use are environmental weapons. I'm giving myself that challenge, and I have to level to level 80, and then from that point I'm gonna see, maybe go to map completion, but that depends on how, because I'm seeing some issues with that, right? Like even if I'm level 80 and I go to low level area, not having weapons and only being able to use environmental weapons, the hero challenges might be a problem, especially with all these new people coming through. I feel like that's almost cheating, because then I have people helping me. And I don't really think that that's, I don't know, a good idea, I guess. So yeah, so it's gonna be a hardcore. I kind of find like what I've done, the things that I have done up until now in this day and age of Guild Wars 2 are just not challenge runs anymore. I would call them like fun runs or something, right? Because they're like just kind of like, oh, I'm giving myself like a little like condition, right? Like the Iron Man and stuff like that, you know, those challenges. The thing is, like, I don't think that that's a challenge run, and I think we have to like think on a harder level now, just because of the power creep in the game, right? So if I take all of the power creep away completely, in the sense of no traits, right? Because the traits are part of the power creep. The weapons are part of the power creep. and even the utility skills are part of the power creep, right? Like all of these things are part of the power creep. So if I take all of those away, what I'm pretty much left with is almost like a more true to the OG experience, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like going through the maps without any skills, without any whatever, like I feel like that experience is closer to the release of like how it felt during the release of the game, like at launch, versus, you know, like what it is now anyways. And I have not gotten a set schedule yet. That is definitely something that's going to come up in the subject with my boss very soon. Yeah, because I would like to, by the time that I apply for the partnership, even if it takes them a little bit to say yes, or if they don't reply at all, it doesn't matter. I would like to get into a set schedule of streaming again, and I can, you know, and I can only do that if I have a set schedule at work. So, you know, unless I completely change my way of life and start streaming like in the mornings before work or something. But I don't really want to do that because I'm not a morning person, and I don't know. I just don't think that would be good. Did I finish? Is this done? This is done. So we're completely done with this adventure guide. Woohoo! I have done it. All right, I'm gonna do my weeklies. Risen. We were killing Risen. I like killing Risen here. But yeah, I figured. Like, I really wanted to do another challenge run, but my problem was, like, it doesn't, I don't know, it didn't, it's hard to describe, like, it didn't really, like, any of the things that I thought about, do these count? These do not count as Risen. These are unchained Risen. These don't count as Risen. They do not count as Risen, you guys. So, don't come here for the weekly. It will not count. Unless it's just those on the beach that don't count. Because it's only at 22%. It's not going up. I do enjoy them as well. But the thing is, like, I think that's why I didn't finish the last one that I did. Because... yeah, these... wait. Oh, these do count. It's just in that event they don't count. Okay, great. 'Cause these are easier to kill, I think. So I'm gonna do this instead. But yeah, I think the reason why I didn't finish the last one that I was doing is because I got so bored of it, because there was no challenge to it. It didn't require skill. All it's required was like time. Because it was literally like, ugh, even if I die, I just resurrect somewhere. Like, there's no actual challenge to it. You know what I mean? There's no stakes. You know? Like, you need some real stakes, I think. And to make it like a real challenge run. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of thought about the definition of a challenge run. And I kind of thought about, like, what would it take? Because the reason why I started thinking about that is because I've been watching a lot of Ocarina of Time like ROM hacks and playthroughs and stuff, and it kind of goes to like speedrunners, right? And I've been watching like speedrunners and randomizers and stuff like that, and some of those people like actually set themselves like real, you know, there's a lot of people that like actually give themselves a challenge, right? And I've been watching a lot of like Elden Ring, like how people are going with like, you know, they're going without leveling up through the whole game at like rune level 1, without any clothes on. They go through the game, right? They give themselves these like really ridiculous challenges, right? But like, how can you do that in Guild Wars? You know what I mean? It's like, even if I decide to like say, oh yeah, I can just like revive. Wait, oh, I thought I was done because of the getting the heart done, but like that was the actual goal. Like trying to do like multiple things right now in my brain. So. So yeah, I don't know. So people, you know, and it's like, even if I were to decide that, hey, you know, reviving at a waypoint like is fine, right? Like even then, it's still not a challenge because I can just stand in Queensdale and just like wave my arms around, and be level 80 at some point in time, right? Like there's no challenge to that. So and I kind of, you know, I thought about that and I was just like, man, you know, I want to do that. I want to do something that actually requires skill, where people can say, wow, that's actually like, you know, not that I'm looking for like brownie points or whatever with the people, but I'm just saying like something that I can look at and be like, yeah, I did that. And that was, you know, it's like with the challenge runs, I'm like, yeah, I did that, but really anyone can do those challenge runs. Let's be real. Like, you know, I always think about like how Chicken would always, when he introduced me or when he talked about my channel and stuff, he would always say, oh yeah, and he does these like crazy challenge runs, and I'm always like, you know, it's funny because that's the only time that I hear another person talking, like actually physically speaking in my ear about what I do, right? Because I don't have anyone that talks to me about what I do, right? But when you actually hear someone else talking about it, you're just like, yeah, no, that's really not that impressive though. Like, I'm like, they're really not that special because anyone can do that. Anyone can do those challenge runs. Like, especially the Tamer one. The Tamer one was super fun, don't get me wrong, because you really get that, like, Pokemon feel of, like, it's all about your pet, and you try to, like, better your pet the best you can, you know, the best you can and stuff. But it's still not challenging, right? There's nothing, there's no actual skill involved in any of that. It's just a time investment, so I wanted something, so like I said, I'm gonna time it. I'm gonna do hardcore, so if I die at all, without any armor, without any trades, any weapons, all I get is the one healing skill. That's what I get, okay? I get the one healing skill and that's it. And I'm gonna time it, and if I die, we're done. We're gonna have to redo it. It doesn't mean that the run is over. I'm just gonna have to restart the run. And we're gonna do it until I finish it. And then, which also is kind of nice because it gives you a replayability value, right? Because we're not gonna stop the timer, or yes, we're gonna stop the timer, but it's gonna see how long it's gonna take me to get to that point. Or I mean, I don't know. That's something I would have to think about. Like, do I do a timer for however long it takes me, no matter how many times I have to restart, and I do a timer for that? Or do I do a timer that's for, you know, if I die, I have to reset the timer as well as my whole character? Have I tried it at all? I have not tried it at all. I have not at all. I've literally just thought about it. And I know it's gonna be very. I've been writing down the rules. I actually have a I have a document where I've been kind of I've been writing down some of the rule sets that I want to put on it. So I think I'm gonna do to have an actual like measurable experience. I think what I'm gonna do, you know, and something where other people can challenge themselves as well, I'm gonna do it. If I die, I reset the clock as well, because, you know, it could also be like there could be a luck factor as well. So maybe one person doesn't have as many deaths as I do because they just got lucky in certain situations or something, or they went a different route. So part of the rule set is gonna be that you you have to be in the level appropriate. Like if I out level an area, like if I'm in Queensdale at level 16, I need to go to another area immediately. Like at 16, I have to move to the next map. Okay, so you cannot be like, obviously you have to like, if you don't have a waypoint there, you have to like run there or whatever, which is totally fine, right? You can even mount up and just run over there. I'm gonna try not to use mounts. I think I'm actually gonna do no mounts at all. I'm gonna do no mounts. Gliding is fine because I hate dying to fall damage and then being like, oh, the run is over because I fell down like a tiny little mountain somewhere. So we're gonna be doing no mounts, but we're gonna be doing glider. Glider is fine. 2 timers. I guess I could do that. I guess I could do total runtime and then the runtime for that specific run. That's smart. I could do that. Yeah. So let me write that down actually, so that I don't forget. I have a Baba Nisos thing here. I started writing. How much did I write in that? I wrote a couple of paragraphs in my new video that I'm gonna work on. I can't find it. Hold on. Is it on my desktop? And I call it Survivor Challenge. It's not on my desktop. No weapons or armor, no new skills or traits, only using the one heal skill. Go to level appropriate zones. Environmental weapons are okay. 2 timers. 1 for total time. 1 for finish run, I guess, or whatever. I'm trying to think, was there something else that says, oh, no mounts. I'm just writing this down so I don't forget it, because I know there's going to be like something I'm going to leave out when I do it. And obviously I will put those on on screen. You guys are going to see the timer as well. Obviously I'm going to have a timer on screen so you guys can see it as well. You know, because I also find my actual screen, screen is pretty empty. There's not a lot going on, I feel like. So adding a couple of things like that on there, like a rule set and stuff like that, I think is going to be pretty good. But yeah, so that is something. Again, I will start both that and the Eye of the North playthrough as soon as I'm done with that video series. Or when I'm done with that video series and I start releasing them, because it's all part of the whole like scheme of like, not scheme, but it's kind of like I said last time, it's almost like a little campaign that I'm trying to do, where I'm trying to show, because here's something that's kind of given me a little bit of a, do these count as Ryzen? Oh, they do. So recently on Reddit, I saw that there was two posts, and I think I talked about that a little bit, but there was two posts that I think I talked about the one post, not both of them, but there was 2 posts. One post was about how, oh, I don't want to, about how the how people were talking about, I think that's the one I was talking about, was the content creation side of it, right? Where people were kind of talking about like, oh, who's your favorite, you know, content creator, or blah 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 blah. But there was another post, actually it was, I want to say there was almost 3 posts, because there was another post that was kind of similar to this next one, but it was talking about like someone was trying to come up with like unique things to stream for Guild Wars, right? And a lot of people kind of talked about how like there's like no one that really that does anything unique, right? And the subject actually came up where people were saying like, oh, well, most content creators for Guild Wars 2 kind of do this very similar stuff, right? And it was kind of validating, because it was like a complete stranger on the internet saying exactly what I've been saying about how there's really only like build guides and gold guides and like news videos and like that for Guild Wars 2, but there's really nothing else. And then of course there's like the funny videos that people make, but there's really like not there's certain things that are not like, I feel like that other MMOs have, where they have certain content creators that just make very in-depth like videos about certain things in the game or whatever, and we don't really, I feel like we don't really have that anymore. I think some of the bigger people that used to make videos like that have kind of moved away from us. You know, obviously, most obviously, is Wooden Potatoes, right? But there's others that have kind of like stepped away from that, where they don't do that many big Guild Wars videos anymore. And in the post, they were talking about how, you know, oh, well, you know, that you know, about the situation on that, and that some other people have talked about like, you know, some people were like, oh yeah, this and this person got me into, you know, a certain content creator got me into Guild Wars 2. I wonder if they still make videos, which then kind of showed me that these people like watched these people and then stopped when they started playing Guild Wars, right? Like at some point in time, once they started playing Guild Wars, they stopped watching those people. And then my question was, well, why would they stop watching those people? And it's probably because there wasn't content that they were interested in, right? Like, I feel like if you watch someone and you're that interested in their content, to the point where you try out the game that they're playing, you're not just like watching them for whatever, right? Then like, why wouldn't you kind of continue watching them, right? Like, why wouldn't you know, why would you be then at some point in time be like, oh yeah, they got me into that. I wonder if they still make videos, you know? Like, you should never really, like, I feel like that shows me that the content that they make is good for people to start the game, but what about the people that are already playing the game, right? Like, what about the people that are veterans or that are trying to get deeper into the game, right? Like, what is there for those people or something? I don't know. So, kind of lost my train of thought there, but kind of because I went like way on a ramble there, but anyways, so, you know, in that post, it kind of showed me, I'm like, man, you know, I can show people that there is still subjects to like make videos about in Guild Wars, you know, or stream about that are unique. You know, not every streamer has to be the same. Not every not every content creator has to have the same, you know, video format and like stuff like that. You know, there's some of them even where people were saying like, there's one in particular, and again, I don't like mentioning specific names. I mean, Wooden Potatoes, like I did mention earlier, but it wasn't anything. This isn't negative either, but it you know, I don't know. But this other person, they try to, like, they're pretty recent in the like in the scene of like content creation, but they've kind of risen to like a status where people like, they recognize the name now when you mention it on like different posts and stuff like that. But then I went on their channel because I was like, oh, you know, it's interesting because I see that name mentioned all the time, but they have not been part of the, like, that's, by the way, it's like one of my favorite jumping puzzles right here. I love it. It's really cool. But they haven't really been part of that scene for a long time. So I was kind of like, man, I wonder how well they're doing, right? Like sometimes I wonder like how other content creators are doing, you know. It's like, how many more subscribers have you gotten? Like, what are the videos? Like, you know, what's going on, right? So I went on their page just to see what they've been up to, and you know, kind of get like a little, like, you know, just information on other people that are covering the same game I am, you know. Turns out they're now doing a lot of other videos for other games, and there really recently haven't been that many Guild Wars videos, if any at all, in the last, like, I kind of like scrolled through. I didn't really count or anything, but it seemed like there'd only been like 1 or 2 in the last month, and like
That looks valuable.
the one that they had posted was obviously about the new content that had been released or whatever, and that was like, you know, just like a video on like, oh, is it good, or is, you know, or is this whatever, right? And it was just like nothing really in depth, nothing engaging, nothing unique, nothing like, ooh, okay, this is really something like I want to watch, like even if I'm a veteran kind of thing, you know. And it kind of, I don't know, it just kind of led me, it kind of led me down this like thinking, like I feel like I can show the new people of Guild Wars 2. There's so many new people. Like if you go into like the early maps, there's so many new people all the time. They're all like brand new accounts. They're all like, they don't know what they're doing. They're running around, people asking questions in map chat. Like Queensdale specifically, you know, is full of people like that, you know. That really makes me think that right now is the time for me to really try and show, my god, jeez, calm down. Really try to show people like, hey, you know, there is other things out there for Guild Wars 2. You know, it's always been my drive to do that anyways, right? Like to show people a different side to Guild Wars 2. But yeah, I think that right now is a good opportunity to do that. Because another comment on one of those posts was, you know, it's kind of nice to, I don't know if I just mentioned those or not, but it's you know, it's bittersweet in a way, because, you know, having these content creators kind of leave Guild Wars 2 behind, you know, they were saying like, oh, that leaves room for other people to kind of jump in and take over the reins a little bit, you know, and come up with their own things. And that gives me hope, because that makes me think that, like, there's people that understand, there's like other things we can do, you know, that understand that, hey, you know, build guides and gold guides and reviews of, you know, this, or talking about the future. Like, so many videos are always like, what does the future for Guild Wars 2 hold? Like, is it gonna be, you know, is Guild Wars 3 coming out? Or is, you know, is it gonna be going good? Or da 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 da, right? Like, I saw a video, like, and again, I hate to mention names, but it was specifically like Muckluck, and I like, it was a short clip of something that he had said, and I didn't disagree with the point, like, or I didn't disagree with the actual like point that he's trying to make, but I did not agree at all with the argument to support that point, like, at all. Like, it was crazy, because what he was saying to me was just like, I don't agree with this at all. Like, I agree with you that, like, it was a short clip, and I'm sure some of you guys have seen it, but it was a short clip of him saying how Guild Wars 2 is not going anywhere, right? Pretty much that was a short clip that I saw online. It was during one of his streams, and he was just kind of saying, yeah, Guild Wars 2 is not going anywhere. And I agree with him. I don't think Guild Wars 2 is going anywhere either. I think it's doing too well. I think it's one of the, you know, the influx of new people that we have seen since the Steam release. Specifically, like, I feel like if I were to see a graph, you know, you would have like these very steady numbers on player base or on like new accounts or whatever, but then as soon as the Steam, it slowly started climbing, because I feel like since the Steam release, the numbers have risen like a lot, like specifically new players. And I'm not, you know, I don't know if we still have the same amount of veterans leaving or whatever, but specifically new accounts, like, I've seen a huge rise in new accounts since the Steam release, since they've been doing like proper advertisement and stuff like that. You know, we talked about that there was a moment in time where they had, like, you know, they haven't really done a lot of advertisement, but there was a time, what, before Secrets of the Obscure or right after or something, where I told you guys, like, I saw nothing but Guild Wars 2 ads everywhere I went, like everywhere on the internet, like YouTube and Reddit and everywhere. I mean, everywhere I just saw Guild Wars stuff, and I'm like, I already play it. Stop. Like, it got to that point, you know? So, but yeah, I don't think Guild Wars 2 is going anywhere, but I just, the argument that he was making for that point, I was just like, oh, I do not agree with that at all. So, but it's interesting, because we can take certain things, right? And we have, like, we as people have different, we interpret things differently, and we have different mindsets, right? And that's what makes us so unique as people. But yeah, I don't know. I looked at that and I was like, I guess if that's how you feel about that, that's how you feel about that, and whatever. I'm gonna tell you whatever, but I just disagreed. So nothing against him at all. I don't know the guy. I'm sure he's a very lovely person. I'm sure he's a very great dad. You know, I don't know, but I just didn't agree with that point. Yeah, but anyways, so it's just I don't know what the original point once again was, but yeah, I just think that, I don't know. I also want to get to the point where, like, you know, speaking of rambling, I don't know, because I'm just going off these tangents. I'm gonna tell you guys, I took an edible earlier, and that's why I'm like so loopy right now. So I'm just like, very forgetful right now. It's very like everything is, no information is being retained. That's why I'm writing everything down. I'm like, I will not remember most of the things I said.
For great justice.
And it's not like I'm incoherent, but I'm just trying to focus right now. Anywho, I was gonna say something. I mean, I've been saying a lot of things. Silly.
It's a bounty. Need to start the
Oh, I didn't. Where's the other person I was doing it? I always hate like when there's new people around. I hate to like just kind of steal their thunder. But I don't know where he is. Is he still out here? I don't know. Anywho, moving on. I was gonna say something, man. I forgot. I'm trying to remember what it was, but it was something with, because we were talking about Maklag, and then I was talking about the video, but before that, there was something before that that I wanted to say. I don't know events anymore. But yeah. Hopefully, I think, I think I kind of want to talk about Guild Wars 3, actually, was what it was. But I would like to get to the point where I want to get back into a flow of releasing Guild Wars 2 videos. Just so that when like Guild Wars 3 starts ramping up, which is, it's gonna be a few years obviously, but once it starts, like I want to be like right in there, you know, and make like videos and be like, yeah, all right, we're doing Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 3 and Guild Wars whatever, you know. I really wish like Guild Wars as a franchise would become like massive. Like, I want, like, another company to, like, make a Guild Wars remaster. Like, not even NCSoft. Like, I want someone to, like... Not even change Guild Wars 1. Just, like, make a whole new Guild Wars remaster. But, like, a different company or something. Look, it's a guild meeting. Hi, Gillies. Hanging out. Alright, I need events. There's, like, no event. I'm running past all of them, though, too. My camera is so high up. That's okay. I'll just leave it. That's because I moved the pillows that I sit on. And I have like one less pillow that I'm sitting on, so... It's headed for the... Okay, we have so many things going on.
You are a welcome guest.
You stay warm, gorgeous. I'll protect you.
Ow. And honestly, the series that I'm making right now as well really, like, helps me to appreciate... Why are they all sleeping? They're passed out. Why are they passed out standing here?
Cheers, my friend.
That's really funny. I don't think they're supposed to be standing there, but... But yeah, it makes me really appreciate the world that they have created. It feels... It's really interesting when you look at the different maps from the core game, from Central Tyria, you know, versus like then jumping in and doing like something like Janthia Wilds or Secrets of the Obscure or something like, you know, it feels like such a different world. Not that it's worse, like better or worse in any shape or form. It's just, it feels very different, you know, because the core game was designed as one coherent world, right? And the expansion maps are all little chunks of like, okay, we're going here, and then we're going here, and we're going here, and we're going here, you know? And what I would really love to see, and that's something I thought about today, and I don't know how you guys feel about that, and I kind of want to get everyone's like feel about that, and I kind of the way that I want to present it too is just, I think, a way that maybe not most people think about that as well, is a new continent like Guild Wars 3, or even not even Guild Wars 3. I don't know why I said that. Not even Guild Wars 3. A new continent, right? Like, think about a new continent saying, okay, you know, because we did get info that there are Mersat on the western continent across from Tyria, from central Tyria, right? Where, like, we have never been, okay? It would be a brand new continent. It would be somewhere completely different that we've never been, that we've never really heard about, you know, beside what we know now, really. But we don't know anything about that, right? So it would be really cool if they started to design, let's say that would be the next expansion that we go to. And I think there's going to be a video that I'm going to make about that as well at some point, about like potential expansion, like locations that we can go to. But what I would want them to do, and I get that we wouldn't get, like, let's say they expand the map, you know, whatever, however far to that side. Well, for you guys, it would be this side, right? Like, but like, you know, west, right? Like, open up the map westward, right? And show us a whole new continent, right? Show us like a new Cantha, a new Ilona, a new, like, what, you know, Central Tyria, whatever, right? But like on this other continent, right? And like reveal all the space. And then what I would like them to do, if they decide to do that, if that is where they're wanting to go, if they're trying to, you know, if they're not taking it to any of the oops.
Dragon, destroy that foul totem. Dragon cannot take the growl.
Okay, hold on.
They're a pain, but they are our pain.
All right, come on.
For great justice. And Jornag's hold on the growl is shattered. His triumph must be documented.
So, you know, if we decide to not go to Desolana, right? Because that was something they recently talked about. Like, if we're not deciding to go, like, Blaze Ridge Mountains, you know, like, you know, Ash Legion Homelands or whatever is out there, you know, if we're deciding not to do any of that, or not even, like, do Woodland Cascades or anything, you know, that's more central. You know, if we're deciding not to do any of those things, right? Like, there's so many areas still that we have heard about where we know things that are going on, right? Like, we know certain things about Desolana, right? We know that there was, like, monks up in these mountains that had these temples out there and stuff like that. There's certain things. There's like I said, there's a video that I want to do at some point, where I kind of mention some of these things, because there's a lot of interesting things where, you know, we actually know of, like, and it should be, oh God, I don't have the Guild Wars 1 map in my head, but there should be somewhere up here, there should be like an old temple. Like, there's this whole thing where ArenaNet had made like a PvP arena for Guild Wars 1, but it was never released. And you can still, on the map, you can still see that there's something out there, and it was supposed to be like the whole idea of, you know, the different maps all have like different lore to them. They're like in different locations of the world or whatever, and that was supposed to be like a library or a temple or something. Like, no, I think it was because it was north of the library of the one prince of Ilona, and they were saying that was like an old temple. Like, so we know, we've heard that, like, you know, back during Guild Wars 1 times, like 250 years ago, that there was like temples out here, right? We know that this is where the Harpies are from. Like, you know, this is like the Harpy homeland. So we know all of these things about these other regions, right? Like, we know, like, if we're going to anywhere of these things, like right now we're going to Janthia, we've heard a lot about Janthia, right? And they're tying it together with things that we already know, like the Mersat and stuff like that. If we're going like way over here, and again, if you look at the actual world map, there's a lot more on this side that we can't see, we can't access in game. Like, you can just go onto the wiki and you can look at it. Like, this whole continent, like, it's like massive, like further back there, right? Like, we can see more of it, right? But if we decide to go there, I would love for them to do, and that's what my original point was, what I would love for them to do is create this continent, and yes, we're only going to get like 3 or 4 or 5 maps or whatever, right? Like, for this annual expansion, but have the annual expansions chain into each other to the point where by the time that you're done, you have created another central Tyria. Let's say you do the next 5 I'm just gonna say next 5 expansions, or let's say next 4 expansions, right? Because people always talk about like it takes about like 4, 5, maybe 5 years. Let's say 5 years, because people are saying like 2030 is when maybe like Guild Wars 3 will come out or something, right? So if we say the next 5 expansions that we're doing, right, and that's where we're going, that's what we're doing, by the end of those 5 years, which at that point would be what? That would be like 15 maps, right? So imagine 15 maps. I mean, you know, you take 15 maps from like Central Tyria, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go down. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? So you would have all of this, right? Like if you take that out, obviously, but you would have all this chunk, right? If maybe a little bit easier if you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. So, or even 15 right here. So if you could take this whole chunk, right? Like it's something like this whole chunk. You could have a continent in 5 expansions. You can have a continent the size of this on the other side, right? And that's what I want them to do. I want them to create like this coherent world, which they have done with Central Tyria. Map-wise, not necessarily, because obviously we have these like random ass mountain ranges that are dividing these maps. You know what I mean? We have these like unnatural looking like places where the map is kind of just like cut off, you know, where like these random mountain ranges, and sometimes they don't even line up perfectly, just kind of divide the maps, you know, and you can see that they're like perfectly boxed into the mountain, you know. It's kind of weird, but overall, like specifically here too, you have these like very specific like mountain ranges that like do that. But anyways, you know, not map wise, obviously I get that you kind of have to have like dividers and stuff like that between the maps, and I get it, whatever, right? With the new Janthier maps, they kind of stopped doing that. They're kind of exploring with the idea of now that we can push, like we don't log you out anymore, we just push you back to the border, right? That's the new thing that they've had, like what, released a few years ago now. But they now can do these open maps where it doesn't actually end, it just goes on, but you can't actually go there. They could create a very coherent continent, right? The size of this, right? They could create a continent with 5 expansions. They could create a whole new continent, and I would love for them to, like I said, build somehow this coherent world, right? Where you kind of go like this continent where it's coherent, right? You have like all of these things that are there in their own way, they flow, right? There's like the Flame Legion and the branded along the brand, right? And you have like all these things that you deal with, like the renegades and the whatever, right? Like all of, you know, the separatists, like all of the stuff happens in these maps, and it has like this coherent, like this region has its feel, right? Like same with the Shiver Peaks, like each of the regions have like their own little feel, but it's all like they're all aware of each other, right? Like you can hear about, you know, you can hear stories in Ascalon about something in Kryta, right? Like, but you won't hear stories in Kryta about, you know, what happens in the Janthier Bay, right? Because these were released at like different times, and they're not aware of each other in a way, right? Like they're not integrated like that. But I would love to have, because, and that's what kind of sucks, getting all these new expansion maps, right? Because you can sit here and in the Muguma jungle, right? Tarnished Coast / Muguma jungle, and you have all of this happening right next door, but there's no connection. There's no connectivity, right? It's like, you know, you're in expansion maps because all of the story and everything that's going on is completely different. Like, I would like for them to create 5 expansions that are somehow like aware of each other, right? Where they write dialogue. Like, let's say, okay, let's take the example where, you know, the first expansion is like these 4 maps, right? And you go in and, you know, whatever, like let's say, you know, this is not Tyria, but let's say we approach from this side, right? And this is the first map we go into, and you have an expansion story, and it takes you along these 3 maps and whatever, right? And you do stuff here, and you do stuff here, and you fight a boss there, and you fight a boss there, and whatever, right? Going on. But then you find NPCs up here that are sitting in a town, right? And they're talking about, oh yeah, the town of blah 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 blah, right? And the town of blah 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 is actually like up here, right? Like, and you can't actually go there, but they talk about it, right? So then when you actually get to that town, you're like, oh man, I heard about that town. Like, this is where it is. You know, they were talking about that it's there, but we didn't know that it was there. You know what I mean? Like, I want the world to be a little bit more integrated as we go into other expansions. You know what I mean? Like, I liked that they added, like, you know, in Lion's Arch, they always added, they used to, they don't anymore, but they add like new NPCs and new characters and stuff with like new dialogue to kind of give you a little bit of this, like, oh yeah, no, there is in Central Tyria someone talking about this thing, right? They added, like, for example, you know, when you go to the Sanctum Harbor, right, you have people coming off of a ship, and apparently it's from Ilona, and it's like, oh, okay, so, you know, that somehow integrated like a little bit of the Crystal Desert into Central Tyria and kind of connected to the 2 worlds. But it's really like, you know, here we're just an outlander, right? We're like a foreigner, right? In this, and these people, no one will ever talk about Ilona, right? We have a couple of people in Divinity's Reach that talk about, like, oh, my ancestry, right? Because we have, obviously we have the Asen Quarter, which is all like Ilonan, but like no one talks about, like, oh man, you know, you know, Amnoon, my cousin from Amnoon wrote me or whatever, right? Like my long lost cousin, and he finally, now that the Amnoon is free, right? Like, you don't have those connections in the world, and I would like to see that. Like, if we're going to a new continent, create a coherent like map system where the different maps are like aware of each other's existence. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what I'm looking for. That's what I would like to see if we're doing another expansion, you know, for Guild Wars 2. We're looking for shamans. Mr. Oh, there's a shaman. Oh, hello, Mr. Shaman. Goodbye, Mr. Shaman. That's what I would like to see. You know? Why is there a marker for an event way down here? Sometimes this game is weird. Because I think the world building in Guild Wars 2 is really, really good, right? Like, I really enjoy the world of Guild Wars 2 more so than other MMOs, right? Like, there are certain MMOs, I think, like, I think why World of Warcraft, for example, became so popular is because, you know, the games were good, but it's also, they had books, right? They had other games, and they had books, and they had all these things that, like, expanded the world so much to the point where, like, you would step into whatever map, and it's like, well, this was either mentioned somewhere in one of the books, or a character is from here that was in the books, or, you know, this is like, you know, like, whatever, right? Like, there was this, like, huge world that was all, like, interconnected in a way, right? And it was like this franchise, right, where you could really feel like, man, this is like huge, you know, this is massive, and I think that was one of the things that really made World of Warcraft, you know, that drew in people, because you got to draw people in order to, like, keep them there. They have a good way of keeping them there with, like, the gear treadmill and the, like, mythic dungeons and stuff like that people, like, play, you know, whatever. Like, there is, like, a grind or something to go for like, all the time. You always have something to work towards, you know what I mean? But it was also like, you gotta kind of, you know, if it's just end game that you're looking for, yeah, like, you lose a lot of people, right? Because people are like, I don't want to grind to, like, level 130 billion in order to, like, you know, be able to do the things that I want to do with my friends or whatever, right? Like, but I think a lot of people enjoy that little bit of journey, learning about the world, learning about the game, you know, even if they don't actively if they are not PvPers. Like, even if they're looking for endgame stuff, they still like to go through a world and kind of experience it and do different things or whatever. And I think Guild Wars 2 has that, right? Guild Wars 2 has this like really cool, engaging world, because specifically, I think still to this day, even like what, like a decade and a half later since we started talking about it, but you know, dynamic events are still, it's still like, it's wild to me that there's not more games that do this system of things. Like, yes, Final Fantasy XIV has fates, but again, it's not that, it's not that engaging, right? It's very basic. It's very much, you know, it's the worst version of dynamic events, right? Same with Rift. Like, Rift was a great game, but to compare dynamic events to what Rifts were, like, that's not a good comparison, I don't think, you know? I think Arena, and like I said, what are they doing? Are they like running laps? What is happening? That same guy just ran by. It's like a lap 2 over here. Like, what's going on? But I think ArenaNet has, like, they're gonna come around again. I'm telling you. I'm gonna turn around. They're gonna be passing me by. Passing me by. But yeah, I think, I don't know, ArenaNet has really created a system, right? And on top of that, you know, again, compared to World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy XIV and stuff, it's all voice acted. The magic of having everything voice acted and dynamic events is the two things I think that really makes the game stand out, right? ESO has voice acting. Everything is fully voice acted as well, but it's very like, it's traditional questing. And to me, you know, I'm playing it right now. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm playing a little bit of ESO, just on the side, nothing serious. I don't think I'm gonna start making videos about it or whatever. But I've been playing a little bit, and it's very, very like, it's a basic MMO. Right, where you go in, you do quests, you do your main quests, and you level up and you know, get your character, whatever, blah blah blah. The questing, you know, obviously there's like a lot of quest chains and stuff, but again, it's like you run to the marker, you talk to the character, you go around, you do the little thing. You know, dynamic events are so much more involved in a lot of different ways, where you have to pay attention, you have to listen to the voice, to the dialogue. You know, it's very engaging. It's very like, it's just on a higher level. You know, like it's just on a higher level when it comes to like the PvE side, the more casual side of things. And yeah, I don't know. I just I think that's something that brings that has that Guild Wars 2 just, you know, basic stuff. Like, I'm not talking about like specific details or whatever. Obviously there's certain things like deposit all materials and you know, not having to like, I don't know, like there's so many like convenience, quality of life stuff. You know, the mounts, like all these different things that people mention all the time, right? People mention these all the time, but I think specifically, like, you know, I think we as the community of Guild Wars players, we have to like hype up what dynamic events are. Dynamic events are still the like, you know, Guild Wars 2 is, yes, 12 years, almost 13 years old, but also like the inception of dynamic events is now like 15 years old, right? Like, they came up with that idea like way early on, when they were working on Guild Wars 2, you know? And so it's, this idea is like 15 years old, and no other game has been able to implement it as well as Guild Wars 2 has. Guild Wars 2 is still the #1 when it comes to like random events that are happening, random things happening around the world as you adventure around, and it changes the way that you play the game. You know, that you earn experience, that you play the game, that you do the thing. And that's crazy to me. That's absolutely bonkers to me. And it's something that I really think we should praise. Like, you know, it's so funny because I saw a post on Reddit about how someone had started, right? And that was wrong, right? I think it was fire. I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. Water. There was a post about a new person playing, and they were like, and I see those posts all the time, but it was very recent, and it was like the first time that I'd seen a post like that in a while, so I was just like, oh, okay. About how they were like, they started and they're like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Like, I'm walking through the maps and I'm like doing map completion, and I'm doing like these like orange circles, but like I'm running out of hearts to do. Like, am I doing something wrong or whatever, right? And it's so funny to me because I'm like, oh my god, like Guild Wars 2 is just such a different game versus like these other MMOs that you come from. There's no quest markers. There's no like go here. It literally drops you into the world. We still don't even have a tutorial, like a proper tutorial. Like, even in the tutorial, they literally give you like, oh, here, do this, do this, do this, and then they leave you alone. And you're just like, oh, okay, so I know how to swing my sword, I know how to walk around, and I know like I need to talk to someone that has a green starburst above their head. Okay, that disappears once you're out of the tutorial. All of that is gone. You're in a new world. You all of a sudden have someone talking to you in a like little like cutscene thing, right? And they're just like, yeah, cool, thanks for helping out. So now you want to start, like, you know, like if we're around here, like, you want to start your legend, you want to go, you know, whatever, go and hang out and help the people out. You're like, okay, what does that mean, right? And you kind of sit there, and it's crazy to me that that's like the game nowadays, right? Because so many games for so long, specifically MMOs, are so handholdy, right? You go into the game, you have like text upon text you got to read, and you have like this tutorial and that tutorial, and you have like these videos that pop up and all these different things, you know. And it's very like, okay, handholdy until like level 10, and then you're free to go, and they're like, now you can enjoy the game, but here's a quest marker for you, so go there. And it's like, oh, okay, I can enjoy the game, but you're still telling me what to do, right? You know, not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's just a different experience. You know, Guild Wars 2 is just such a different experience, and I think we need to celebrate that a little bit more. We need to like tell people like, yeah, Guild Wars 2 is not your average MMO. It takes a completely different like different approach to any of the other big MMOs out there, you know. I love that I'm on a map that's closing, because that means that there's no one in this map and I can just do events. I mean, I do see a mentor up here, but yeah, there's a new person hanging out. See, there's a new person right there. Let's see. I want to see. Are they like brand new? Look at how new they are. They literally just logged in. Like, I cannot even handle it. Anyways, I'm rambling today, so I hope you guys are doing good. Ooh, there's another new person. I helped out. Dude, you need to go. See, they don't understand this. Attack the tent. Attack the tent. This guy needs to get here. Oh, yeah. Hopefully he gets some credit. I don't want to actually mentor people, because if I start doing that, then that's going to become the whole stream. And I'm sorry. I feel like that's just going to be, my brain is already like not working right. Alright, so we have done this. Paddler's Cove. Oh, we have not done this. Oh, I see it. I didn't even... I looked at it and I was like, is that it? Oh, stampeding minotaurs. We'll just wait over here. It's gonna happen right here. I think they usually destroy his like little brew stand. think is what happens. So much crap in my inventory. Maybe? I think if you let them run, they will destroy it.
For great justice.
Because remember, early on, the idea was that dynamic events would actually impact the world. That is not something that's happened. I wish they would bring that back, honestly. I would love to see some really dynamic maps with different things opening up and different things closing and things looking different. And you know, we kind of talked about that, like how I want like weather to take some, you know, like bigger role. You know, I want to see like a failed event and then it starts raining. Like they did that in the core game actually like a few times. Like one specifically that I think of all the time that I really like. If you go out here to Lichcroft Mere, and if it's like dark and rainy, and like there's a lot like a green fog around, it's usually because this event over here is active, where you have to kill like 4 of the veterans or whatever, and once you kill them, everything kind of clears up. It's really cool. I really love that idea. Like it feels, I don't know, it just feels so impactful, and it's such a small little thing, and I feel like that just doesn't happen anymore, you know, in events. Like I wish it happened more.
I feel strong.
Can I kill you? Does it count if I kill you guys? It does not. Okay, please don't be invulnerable anymore. Thank you. And you know, thinking about Guild Wars 3 as well, like I'm just kind of thinking, I think, you know, a lot of people are very convinced, and I'm kind of, I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if I'm taking like copium or what, but I think now that Guild Wars 3, like I kind of believe that as well. It's like when I look at everything, I'm like, what could they possibly be working on, right? Like maybe Guild Wars 3 really is in production, and they're like just trying to come up with like, they're just, you know, have half their staff working on that while the other half is just trying to keep Guild Wars 2 alive or whatever while Guild Wars 3 is working. You know, because I don't know, I just think about that because I think about like playable races and stuff like that, you know, and they were talking about how they tried it, right? They tried to have new playable races in the game or whatever, and they never added that. And I really think it probably has to do, you know, with like now, like if the rumors are true that Guild Wars 3 is like in pre-production now, or they're like producing it now or whatever it is, right? Like Guild Wars 3 is happening, then I don't think a playable race is ever going to happen, because I don't think they have the manpower to make that a thing, and I don't think that's going to be a priority for them anymore. That's my hunch.
Gives me sight. Oh, the Yeti is near. I can feel its presence.
Okay, I don't really care about the Yeti. Okay, I need to do group events. I need to defeat. I'm gonna do Coddler's Cove. It's one of my favorite places. It's actually funny because right now the video series that I'm making actually talks about this part of the world. So I today saw a picture of, I looked at a picture of the Malagan's Grotto, the Ocarinu, and it got me thinking about this jumping puzzle. I think it's so cute. And this has been something that I've been kind of like wanting to maybe have in my shorts, but you see these little, like, these are supposed to be like little like banners or something. They're supposed to like highlight but they're only used, as far as I know, I've only seen them here. I don't think I've seen them anywhere else. So I kind of wanted to have that in the Did You Know shorts, but I've been very hesitant to do that because I feel like that's not that great of a fact to know. Like, oh yeah, cool, they have these little things out here that are just kind of like these little. They're almost like torches, but they're like underwater torches. So they're like, they spew like bubbles, right? They're like reverse torches or something. But I love this area. And then you see the little eggs. Little quaggan eggs. That's super cute. And then this is before they had the baby models. Right, because now we actually have the baby models, and they never changed these. They're just smaller quaggan. No, these are the baby models. Don't we have like different quaggan model? Wait, these are the baby models. What am I talking about? These are the little baby models, but don't we have like another? Isn't there like other baby models, or is that? Or am I just thinking of something?
Hi there.
Hi. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm just crazy. I think I'm probably just. Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, jumping puzzle time. Can we make it? This is a very unforgiving jumping puzzle, by the way, and I'm totally okay with that. Because it's not like Chalice of Tears unforgiving. Chalice of Tears is just stupid. I like the jumping puzzles. I like the jumping puzzles that are hard, but and that's why I like the one in Siren's Landing, because that one is like, it's hard, but you also know exactly where you need to go at any point in time. Look at this lady, she's completely naked. Put on some clothes. Ooh. But yeah, it's, you know, Chalice of Tears is, I hate it because you don't know where to go. It's not that the jumps are hard or whatever, but you always have to, like, you have to watch videos because we're trying to remember where you have to go. No, you have to, like, jump across the mouth of the volcano and, like, land a very specific spot. And if you land just, like, 5 feet to the right or 5 feet to the left, or, like, you know, in any direction, you're done. You're dead, or you have to reset. You have to do whatever. Oh, look at this. You have a. I don't know if these are bots or what's going on there, but there you go. Two of the same people. How do I get out of here again? Oh. Wait, how do I get out? Oh, it's up above. I'm like, silly me. But yeah. So Chalice of Tears is just, it's just annoying, right? It's like, it's hard, but it's annoying hard, you know, where I'm like, man, this really sucks. Like, I don't like this, you know. But the one, I always forget the name of it. What's it called? That's not what it is. The Arm of Abaddon. I don't think that's what it's called either. I think it has a specific name. But anyways, that jumping puzzle over there, like, at least it kind of highlights, like, you know, you see a rock jutting out of the side of the thing, like, just far enough away, and you're like, obviously that's where I gotta go, right? Like, it doesn't have like a big red arrow on it, but you can clearly tell, like, that's where they want you to go, you know? What is this person doing?
Cool, pretty.
Looking for more of those, like, torches or anything, but I don't see any. I always love this corner. There's, like, nothing here but, like, a scale hopping around, and that's it. That's the end of the cave, and there's nothing here. Always hated that. I'm like, I could have done a little cave with a chest behind there or something. Not important, but I just love spelunking, right? And this is like a really cool cave to go through. This reminds me a little bit of that, like, first dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV, But that one looks cooler because it has all the like beautiful coral everywhere. It's really cool. I forgot what it's called, but it reminds me of that. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, no training here. It's really cool. It's really cool, beautiful area. All right, that's done. Just want to hang out there for a minute. Group events, veterans, identify gear. I can identify gear. Luckily, I have enough. Identify 100 pieces of gear. Got it. Let's break everything down. Oh, I got some charms of potence. Always good. Ooh, I got some reclaimed metal plate.
You can never have too much treasure.
Awesome. Okay. Awesome. I got a lot of globs of ectoplasm. Alright. Getting things done. Alright. Group events. I think I'm gonna go to maybe Janthir or something. I think these are all like group events, and it would be nice to kind of walk Janthir again. But I've also like when I talk about the coherence, for example, this is not a group event, so I'm not helping with that. What are group events? Are there group events around here? I never looked to see what are group events and what are just regular events. But yeah, so, but it's also like when we look at expansions right now, there's also an incoherence in maps right now, you know, because they don't want to give anything away for the new maps. So there isn't a lot that's being said about, like, you know, for example, we're going to Bavanisos. So you only get like minimal information because obviously they don't want to spoil anything. So it's just like, oh, are we going to Bavanisos or are we not going to Bavanisos? You know? So I kind of, what I would love for them to do is, and obviously that would be like a lot more work for like, I don't know if the payout would be really good, but I think it would be simple to do, is add some NPCs to any given map, right? To like, let's say, you know, GNT Sentry or something, right? That only appear after the new place has come out, okay? That like you can program them already beforehand, right? You don't have to make them later on. You know, you don't have to. You can make them before, but then make their flags on when they appear only available once the new thing comes out or something. I don't know if that's something that could even be, that's even something that could be added, but I just think that that would add a little bit of a is the thing up? I see like a person here, but I don't think so. I'm just kind of hanging out. But I think that would add a little bit of depth to each of the maps, right? Because then it's like I can come back to GNT Sentry after Bavanisos is released, and you can have an NPC just kind of talking about like Bavanisos, right, in some shape or form. I don't know, you know, and all, you know, it's kind of, it's a little bit, that might be something that could never maybe be implemented, because you also got to think about like new people that are starting the game, and then if you have all these people talking about like Bavanises, you know, like, okay, like now the new people are going to be the ones that are spoiled, right? Like the people that are playing after the release of it. So maybe that's not a good idea. I guess we can't, you know, I just destroyed my own argument. It's like, obviously that's, I don't think that's going to work, but
That looks valuable.
I don't know. I would just love to see a more coherent expansion maps, you know, like different continents that are more integrated into the main world. Obviously, that would also mean having maps that connect with each other and that are not completely isolated. I still don't understand why that is not a thing yet for ArenaNet. I keep looking for actual mounds instead of just using the search ability. But what I mean is like having the different maps connect to each other. Like make a portal, you know, like make a portal, and if the people don't have the expansion or they don't have whatever, then that's just another incentive for them to get that. Right? Like when we think about like, well, we have a good example of this, right? Like we have the Plaza of Lissa, I think it is, where you go out to the gate, right? The gate, and it leads out to Lake Doric, and that's actually blocked off until you do the step, the mission step, right? And it would be really nice to have that in more locations where it's like, oh, you can't go through that until you have the expansion or you have the whatever bot, whatever season or whatever, right? Like, I don't understand why that doesn't happen with more maps. Like, I would have really loved to have seen Lowland Shore actually connect to Divinity's Reach. Like, actually connect to Divinity's Reach, you know, and kind of, because then that could have kind of explained a little bit more of the relationship between the humans, because these are very close, right? This is very close to Divinity's Reach, and they've been here. They move around every so often, right? But they're very close by, and you want to tell me no one knows about them, right? That's what I'm talking about, like a coherent world, right? Obviously, the Coden have been here for a long time, and the people that are just shortly south of that area, living in a giant city with adventurers, merchants, you know, explorers, you know, Dermot Priory, all these different people wandering around, and they've never heard of the Coden, right? So you could rectify this, right? What could you do? Well, you could have it where it actually connects to Divinity's Reach and actually have a gate here at the Plaza of Grenth that opens up, and then you go out there and you have to like venture up here, right? And they didn't necessarily have to put it up here, so, but they could have done like elongated map, maybe it goes like, you know, goes like this way or something, is how they could have made it. And then you could have like NPCs here. You could have like a whole guard town, guards, like a guard, like a gate or something, where like there's a bunch of guards, right? Like a guard tower, a couple of guard towers or whatever, right? Like really like have the location locked off, and really have like the Seraph be out there and tell the adventurers and Priory people and all these other people trying to come through, be like, yeah, we're not allowing any travels north. Like the Queen has forbidden like any travel north, right? And so you kind of get this idea of like, oh, okay, this is why people aren't talking about it in the city, because they don't know the Coden are there, because they're not allowed to go there. But that is never established in game, right? So there's this little bit of disconnect now that I feel, as someone that cares about the world, that cares about the lore, right? I feel a little bit of a disconnect, because why don't the people, like specifically even here, like Lake Dorg is even easier to access, like it's so close by, it's literally like a stone's throw away. Like, why does Norin not know about the Coden? Why doesn't he talk about, oh, the bears to the north or whatever, right? They've been here for a long time, in specifically in the bay, right? They've moved around the bay and stuff like that, but they've been in that area for a long time. So how has he never, like, he's never ventured out that far, which is fine, but I'm sure they go scavenge on this island, and they talk about how, oh, it's dangerous, they don't want to do that. So where would they go scavenge? They would be scavenging in other directions down here. So how has no one here ever seen a Coden, right? And like I said, you can rectify it by actually having the map. Like I said, that's why I wanted the map to kind of connect to Divinity's Reach, and then have a gate here. And like I said, because then you expand the world, but you still make it feel coherent. Have a gate that you can go through only if you have the expansion, right? Like you did with the Plaza of Lissa, and then have you know, a road that, like, you can still have these rivers and stuff like that. So you could have the gate here, and you come out like right over here or whatever, where you pop out like here. Because this isn't, if you notice, this isn't a line. This doesn't go straight that way. Oops, that doesn't go straight that way. It goes like this way, and somehow you come out that way, right? Like there's probably like a hallway that, like, you know, you go down and then it leads out, and the gate is right here, right? So you can have kind of the same thing where you go out this way, boop, you know, and then maybe like there's a hallway here and you come out here, and there's a gate here that you come out of, right? And then there is, the map is here, and you know, there's water, so this is all blocked off, but you only have a bridge here, right? There's only, so there's the river here, and you have a bridge right here. That's the only pass that goes from, you know, here across, right? This kind of ends like this, because this is kind of weird, because this kind of blends into this outer wall. They kind of, when they added this, it was kind of like funkily done, but you could say, like, you know, this little landmass, you can have this here, it's fine, right? And you can kind of cut it off here and then say, like, this is where Divinity's Reach, like, kind of starts, has this like protrusion or whatever, right? And you can see that there's lake here, right? Or water here. So you have that, and on this is where the people are hanging out, and they're like trying to travel north, but on this bridge, right, that's leading across, on this bridge, you have at the end, you have a gate, right, with like guards that are hanging out, right? And they're just like, nope, you can't come through here, the queen doesn't allow it, right? And then you kind of have like this reason, okay, that's why no one talks about the Coden that are living close by, is because no one has been allowed to actually travel north of this location, right? Obviously you could say, well, I can just jump on my mount and run around and go past it or whatever, right? But like, regular Tyrians don't usually have mounts, you know, we know this, like, you know, we haven't seen the mounts until Path of Fire or whatever. So you have a little bit of that, and you know, obviously this is not like a fix at all, but it would at least create a little bit of a cohesion in the world, right? That's what I kind of want to see a little bit more. I want to see a little bit more cohesion in the world, not just like going to random places and then having them be like, you know, so close by but so far just because they decided not to connect the two pieces, you know. So that's kind of how I feel. But I don't know. I don't know if this was right. Let me mount up. Oh. I need to use my skill more. I keep forgetting. Is that? Oh, that's. I love this map. Like, I love the map in the way that it looks. Content-wise, it is probably, like, it's on the level, like, the way that I feel about the content on Bitterfrost Frontier is how I feel about this map. Because this map, content-wise, like, as in, like, not story or, like, you know, story journal or anything like that, but, like, the actual content, meaning the events that are happening on the map, the things you can do on the map, are very much just like Bitterfrost Frontier. And it's, you know, the two things about Bitterfrost Frontier that I really hate is that it's, one, it's a, what's the term I always use? It's a, oh my god, what's the term that I always use? It's a theme park map. That's the term. It's a theme park map, right? Where you have different sections doing different things, right? It's all perfectly divided into little like slices. The cake is all like in different slices, right? And that's the way that that Bitterfrost Frontier feels, right? And that's the same, like, but that's the map, right? And Gen 3 Century isn't like that, okay? Gen 3 Century, yes, has its different sections, but they feel more blended together, in my opinion, than Bitterfrost Frontier, where it's like really egregious with how the borders between the different things, like how stark the contrast is between each place in Bitterfrost Frontier, for no reason, right? So, but content-wise, when you look at the events and when you look at the things that are on the map that you can do on the map, I think Janthir's Sentry is a perfect reflection of Bitterfrost Frontier, which sucks because Bitterfrost Frontier content-wise is really like, it's not that great. Okay, it's really not that great content-wise. Oh my god, there are so many people here. Holy. Is this considered? This is not even considered a group event. Like, why is it a group event? Oh my god, that gate has risen so many times now.
For great justice.
Feel the burn!
Like breaking glass.
Feel the
In readiness.
burn.
For great justice. That's how it's done.
Got it. Does that count as a group event? I don't know if that counted. I don't think that counted. Ugh, so lame. So lame. Oh, okay. There's like a wow, they're right next to each other. There's two mounds right next to each other. I've never seen this. Can you please dig? What is happening? I'm dying because you're just standing on top of the stupid mount. Dig, you. Oh my god, he's still not doing it, and they're just like throwing it. Oh,
For great
jeez.
justice.
Stop it.
Come and get me. For great justice. Almost there.
I gotta kill veterans anyway, so this actually works out really well for me. Stop it. Stop going into the range of that thing.
For great justice. Take it off.
Didn't I destroy it? I thought I destroyed it. I swear I thought I destroyed it.
Almost ready.
Almost ready. What was I doing? Oh, I was doing the treasure thing. I'm
For
like,
great
oh,
justice.
got distracted. I love that they use the owl skill by the way. Blah, 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 blah.
That's not good. Should probably cut those elementals down before they take their little party straight to camp.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. God.
Take it off.
The winds are pulling another storm to landfall. The strangers will emerge from their dens once
No,
more.
no, please. There's so many conditions. Holy crap. I can't. Oh my god. This thing is like brutal. But yeah, this easily, like, I know Lowland Shore, a lot of people were like, oh my god, this is like the best map ever and I love it and blah 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 whatever, right? I don't disagree. I think it's a great map, but I really think that Janthir's Sentry could have been right there with it if the content had been different in Janthir's Sentry. You know, because like, you know, the events are all the same, right? Like, that's the thing. And again, if we compare it to Bitterfrost Frontier, like, all the events in Bitterfrost Frontier are the same, right? Like, you have a couple of outliers where you have to, like, rescue prisoners in the, like, Svanir camp, and you have to, oh god, couldn't do anything.
Help me out! Smash him!
Refreshing.
But yeah, so it's, you know, it's a couple of events. You know, most of them have to do with the
I can't go on for long.
For
the torches, the Dakota's flames or whatever. You have to take care of that stuff, and you know, and then you have a couple of like, oh, defending, you know, you have a couple of different ones in there, but they're not very like, they're not very engaging. They're not very different. It's just like, oh, kill these here and kill these here and protect this here, right? There's nothing crazy. And it's the same on Jantier Sentry, right? It's like you have the collect the thing. You know, the two main events on this map, let's be real, are the collect the item, the resources, and then the other one is defeating the elementals, right? Like that is pretty much the two different events that you will find in this map. Then obviously there's outliers like this where you have to defeat the Jade armor, and there's a couple of different things, right? Then also, what's another parallel, right? There's another parallel to the content on the map. There is one fourth of the map, or one fourth of the map that's completely useless, and it's like that in both maps. Because Bitterfrost Frontier has the like ice cold area or the bitter cold area, whatever it's called, and you don't have to go there. Past the story and a couple of achievements here and there, you don't have to go into that area at all. There's no events that happen there. I think maybe there's like one event where you have to like kill some kind of elemental or something, but that's like it. Other than that, there's no reason to go back there. Besides, like I said, a couple of achievements like working on legendaries and blah 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 blah, and trying to get the cats and whatever other crap there is, right? But like that's not the actual content on it. That's just something added after the fact, which it could still do with Jantier Sentry, right? With Jantier, like at the end of Jantier Wilds, they could say, oh yeah, we're adding like different achievements that have you go and you know, do something in that corner of the map that's completely like, where are they going? What is going on here? What is this commander doing? Purple tag is doing rifts. Oh, okay. I can follow that. I can do some rifts. Let's follow that tag and do some rifts. But yeah, so I see big parallels, right? Like I want to love Bitterfrost Frontier. I want to love Jantier Sentry. But they both fall a little flat when it comes to content. Oh my goodness, you really do need to... Wait, where are we going? Oh my god, are you serious? I don't think we're... I was like, there's a rift this far out? There certainly is not. Wait,
the winds are picking up. The storm
where is
nears
this
even more.
person going?
Our time for preparations will escape us soon.
Okay, I'm just gonna go here. I don't know what they're doing. Sorry, for whatever reason my phone was like pointing out. No. Really? They thought they could go through up here? That's interesting. Very funny to me. That's a tier 2. Yeah. Let's do that. Hey, anyways, so here's a couple of thoughts today. We're having thoughts today, you guys. I know we're not allowed to do that in the Guild Wars community, but I'm having some thoughts today. I'm just kidding. I don't know why I said that. There was literally no basis to that whatsoever.
That was a blast.
great justice!
Attack!
Protect me.
Shake it off! Silence! Chill to the bone! For great justice! Clear the air!
But I will say that I do love the new way that they're doing the maps of not having random mountain ranges, dividing the different maps, making everything perfectly like, you know, four-sided, like a rectangle, right? Like, to me, that's crazy. And I love that they have moved away from that, and they're now doing like, oh yeah, you can't progress further past this point, so this is where the map ends. Like, they do that on this side right here, like everywhere, right? And it's really cool, really cool to me. So I hope that that brings a little bit more cohesion in the different map designs and the world as we go into like other expansions. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna continue doing with the expansions. Like, you know, are they gonna continue doing these mini expansions? Are we gonna ever see, like, are we gonna keep seeing like just new weapons, or are they gonna do like, you know, because we've talked about like, you know, they should like maybe revise some of the older weapons and stuff like that. Like, are we gonna see something? Are we gonna see brand new weapons added? Are we gonna see any elite specializations at all? Are we gonna see some kind of changes to the way that the trade systems work? I mean, their balance changes aren't aggressive enough, and I've talked about this many times, where I'm like, I really want them to shake up the meta, right? Like, enough with everything. Like, is this person a virtuoso? No, I could have bet my life on it that it was a virtuoso. Like, virtuoso and reaper are like the two nowadays that I see everywhere, right? Actually, luckily we're seeing a lot of different things, so I'm actually getting disproven here, but yeah, still, I mean, I really want to see some different things other than just weapons. While I do love the weapons, don't get me wrong, I love the new weapons. I do think that the balance changes. Like, if the balance changes were more significant and more interesting, and, you know, they would do some deeper things like reworking like Necro Staff and Engineer Pistol and like those things, right? Like, if they have really looked at some of these core weapons and revitalized them a little bit, then we wouldn't necessarily need new weapons in the expansions, right? Like, they could take the time to work on other things, right? Like, I know that I might be alone in thinking that, or in the minority at least, but I really think that that would be interesting to me, right? Like, that, you know, instead of designing a whole new weapon with new skills to add to the new expansion, do something else, add something else, or put more focus on the content and the maps and stuff like that, but have your balance team actually go and take one weapon from every class and completely redo it. You don't even have to do new art or anything, but just like completely change everything about it. Obviously, you would need some kind of new art because you would need new skills and stuff like that. So there had to be like animations done and stuff like that. But still, I think that would be cooler. I think I would prefer that over getting new weapons, because, like I always say, new weapons always bring, like, you know, it makes balance even harder, which means that our balance that we keep seeing is smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, because it becomes more and more overwhelming. Right? The more weapons you have, the more a tiny little change will have a huge effect. Right? Because there's just so many different things that doing one little change impacts the more weapons you have, right? So I would rather see reworks. Every class take one weapon that they think that needs to be reworked, because I think every class, every profession has at least one. Oh, perfect. This counts. Oh, bounty missions. I didn't even realize that said that. Okay, cool. My weeklies are done. Oh yeah, my weeklies are done. I'm gonna keep doing this. This is fun. I'm gonna follow these people. Where you going, Commander? But yeah, that's what I would love to see. I would love to see some. Oh, are they done? Or not yet? No, I don't think they're done. I think that one person was just leaving. Can I be in the squad? Is this open? Okay. East around the ridge. Okay, got it. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's funny that I say that while I'm working on my legendary trident, because I have a feeling Iridianet is going to keep doing the underwater weapons on land. I know that we just got Spear, but I really think they could make Trident a really interesting. They could make it like a Staff 2.0, right? Like when you look at the Staff for a lot of weapons, right? Because a lot of people are like, oh, Spears are the new staves, staffs, whatever. But that's not entirely true, because the thing is, when you look at the different staff skills and stuff, that they actually when you look at all the professions that use the staff, right, which is almost every profession but engineer, they all do different things on those, right? Like that's the thing. And they could do the same with Trident. Like I would love that. I know that the Spear does a little bit of that, but the Spear, in my opinion, the Spear doesn't really take different roles, just long range and short range, right? And it's always damage. I don't think there's really, like, I guess you could say the Guardian Spear could be a healing weapon or something, but it's more like, I don't know, it's not really a healing weapon or something. But I really think that with Trident they can do some really cool stuff, because they can use Trident as like a magical weapon where you can shoot beams out of it, right? Or like, you know, use it as like a, you know, some kind of magical weapon, whatever, right? You can use it as a close range weapon where you use it to poke people, right? And I would love to see, one thing that I really felt like we didn't get to see with the Spear was a lot of like stab attacks, right? There was a lot of throwing and there was a lot of swinging, but there wasn't a lot of stabbing. Certain things, like there are certain ones obviously that they did have, like the Necromancer, right? The skill where they stab multiple times or whatever. But I would love to see an actual like build that had like an auto attack sequence that's just stabbing, right? And they could do that with the Spear, right? Or with the Trident. I'm sorry, with the Trident, they could do that, right? They could implement that, or they could even have it as like a some kind of long range throwable weapon, physical weapon, rather than a magical one, right? Where you can actually throw the Spear or something, right? So I feel like the Trident, I'm sorry, I keep saying the Spear, but the Trident, I think the Trident opens up a little bit of a, it has more potential in the possibilities of what they could do with it. Where with Spear they did some of that stuff, but I think they were very like, because I think the thing with Spears, like land Spears specifically in the Guild Wars universe, there was so much of a demand of that. People wanted their Sun Spears back, right? Like, and so there was this pressure of like, oh, we, you know, all of these people are wanting that back, and if we give it to only one profession, then the other professions are okay. So are they done now? I guess they're done. Okay, yeah, so go enjoy your essences. Alright, leave the squad. Alright, we did. Oh, I guess I didn't hit that right. But yeah, I think that Trident has a little bit more potential of being a lot of different things as well. Just like the staff is, right? Because we have the staff that are like long range magicals, close range magical, like a kind of like a little bit the Revenant, right? The Revenant isn't like full on just like, you know, monk combat, right? That's more of like the thief, where they have like a staff that they attack the enemy with, but they have a little bit of magic that they use in there, right? Like they like heal with it, and they have like a shield and stuff like that, you know. So And then obviously, you know, the magic users have long range staff attacks, but they're also all very different. Because, and I keep not using my ability. I'm like, I'm looking for chests, but I'm not actually using the button to look for chests. So it's very sad. Very sad that I keep doing that. I don't know.
You can never have too much treasure.
Veteran enemies. I don't really need to do that. I mean, I might do that at some point, but I think what I'm gonna do now is gonna do some PvP. We're gonna see how well that goes. Doing some PvP. But yeah, you know, wishful thinking. I mean, I'm hoping, because it's also like, you know, because when you think about weapons, you know, if they do like they used to do, where they do a different weapon for every class everywhere, then they have to add all these new animations, all these different, like the way the character moves and all these different things, right? But if they use one weapon, which the underwater weapons, right, are definitely underutilized because there's no underwater combat, right? If they bring those on land, I don't know, there's just something that I think like really works for the Trident as well, you know. So I'm gonna go to like a safer area. So I don't know, I'm really hoping for the what is a good area to go to? It doesn't matter, I can actually go into the PvP lobby. I don't know why I'm gotta look at my build anyways. So I don't know, I think there's definitely precedence for getting the other underwater weapon. I don't know about harpoon gun. I think with harpoon gun is very close to the rifle, and you know, rifle is interesting because it's only used on a handful of professions as is, right? And then with the harpoon gun, like how different can you make it feel compared to a rifle? And that's, I think that's a little bit more, and it's also a little more, it's boring because again, all you can do with a harpoon gun is shoot it, right? And there's different ways that you can shoot it, right? But it's like, it could be, you could do close range, right? But you're not gonna have someone going around beating someone with a harpoon rifle. So it's gonna be some kind of way that they shoot, right? And if they do it a shotgun way, or if they do it whatever, right? Like harpoon gun, you only get really so many options of what they can do with it. Where a trident, you can say, oh, I can have a magical trident, or I can have a physical, like attacking or throwing trident, you know, or whatever, right? So, or even like a close range magical thing. I like looking at all this fashion. I was like, yeah, this is so cool. It looks so cool. But yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about new weapons. That is, what is going on there? Like, this is, I'm like, I always try to understand some of those people. This is a really interesting, is this an outfit? I think that's an outfit. I think that's like one of the new outfits or something, because that doesn't look like any skin that I really know. It looks, he hasn't, what's that face?
How interesting. Help
It
me,
looks really cool.
please.
I don't know.
The Legion calls.
Alright, so sorry, I'm like, let's just
Up
open
for a
some
challenge?
of these.
Fixed.
La la
Focused.
la la.
Concentration.
I don't want to destroy it. I want to consume it. Drink the karma. I wonder, what do you guys think karma tastes like? Like they open like the bloop, and then they're like gluk 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 gluk. Like what does it taste like? Is it like raspberry? Or is it like grape flavored? See, grape flavored, I'd be like, ew. Anytime I would get karma, I'd be like, I don't want this. So I would dump it out. Give it to someone else. Be like, here, you can have my karma. I don't like the taste of karma. Or is it just like, does it not have like an actual flavor, but it just makes you feel good, right, about yourself? It's like good karma coming my way. It's like, oh, I feel so great. I've done something fantastic today. Okay, I gotta look at my build. I'm just walking around talking about nonsense. I had a build at some point. Is this my build? This was a build that I had, right? I'm not good. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Again, this is the intercom again, a burst of speed. I'd want to use that. Get in and out of combat quicker. Feels so slow when I go into PvP maps. Let's just play. I don't know what this build is, but we have the Greater Call of the Mist, so that's always nice.
Do you require my assistance?
What is the thing? Marauder?
Urge to kill rising.
Disable foe, gain resistance from dodge. Weaken foes, first goes weaken. Sun is inflict bleeding and weakness. Any stability? Wait, what? Move skills grant stability. So this gives me stability. Does this give me stability? Does not. For deals damage and gives you adrenaline. Phases and stuns inflict immobilize. So remove a boon. Removing boons from a foe deals damage. So removing a boon and then I do damage to that. I never read these traits, so I always forget what they really mean. Alright, why is this taking so long? It's PvP season. Holy crap. What's the button? I don't think I have a button this time. Oh my god, really? That long of a queue? Are people that afraid of PvP or just sick and tired of it? Are people just sick and tired of PvP? Don't we have the wait, isn't there the oh my god, what was it? Didn't they talk about what was it? The new PvP mode? Aren't they gonna be doing another beta or something? Isn't that coming up? I missed the first one. So I would like to play the second one.
Up for a challenge?
I would really like to play the second one. And like stream it and give you guys my dumb thoughts on it. That's what I should call like my YouTube channel, my dumb thoughts. I think that would probably be better.
You must visit more often.
Such a basic looking character. It's like a basic thief look right there. Like, this is right after character creation. Like, this is for all the magical girl lovers out there.
Up for a challenge?
Can't play a character like that. It feels so unrealistic to me. It's like she would never survive in Tierra ever. I mean, not that mine looks any better, but I do have a little bit of armor here and there and there. And at least I'm like clothed almost all the way. And I have a mask on, which is kind of nice. She looks interesting. Ooh. That doesn't like, does that bother anyone else that her hair clips completely through her like collar? That would drive me absolutely insane. I try not to have that. There's certain, I think even on this outfit, there are certain things that are like a little bit clippy. Like you can kind of see a little bit on the knees here where the pants are kind of showing through. But since it's like all black, like, you know, the pants, you can't, it doesn't really like look that bad. Let's just Skyhammer. I use that as the thumbnail today, so Skyhammer. All right, let's see how bad I am at PvP. Embarrassing, so embarrassing. I'm not good, you guys. Oh, it's Skyhammer, yay! I'm so bad at Skyhammer too. I love that art, by the way. When I was picking out the thumbnail for today, I'm like, I like this a lot. Koa Dragonhawk. god complex. Great, we got one of those people. Oh my god, there's another spellbreaker on here. Got 2 spellbreakers. Who are we fighting? 2 spellbreakers? No spellbreaker. 1 core warrior. Dragons never die. Gooby silence step. Gooby dooby doo. He disappeared. Where did he go? Oh, hello.
Come here, old friend. I feel strong.
Oh, what? Where did you go? Infishable. I follow your hawk. I find out where you are. Alright. Can we... What's happening? Why are we not readying up? Rumpus! Mr. Rumpus, I need you. I'm Nick Wow. Okay, Nick. I need you to get your shit together. Oh my god, I'm almost at the glorious armor box. I'm gonna do really bad. It's okay. We're gonna have a good time. It's all about having a good time.
Starts soon.
We're the Dementists. Instead of the dentists, we are the Dementists. Very funny, Internet. You're very funny. Very funny. Oh, look at that bunny, dude. Look at that fiery little bunny friend.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs. Now you're on my mark. This is my round. Steady your mind.
Point C is yours now.
Oh my god.
The enemy has point A.
I shouldn't have run right in like an idiot like that. My neck popped. I was like...
The enemy has
I like that I'm
taken point
automatically
B.
revived. That used to not be a thing. Is that correct? Am I crazy on thinking that? Nope. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're coming. Run! I'm helping you guys. Uh-oh. No, Nick, you cannot. I shall not let you pass.
Protect me. Strong. Eat my. Take it off.
Point A is yours.
I'm pressing the wrong buttons because I'm used to different buttons. To different abilities. Okay, it's 3 against 1.
Now you're mine.
Oh my god, that was really fast. The way that he killed me. Oh, was it his? Okay. Yeah, I'm really bad at PvP, you guys. There's nothing. If you're here for some high octane, like going in there doing the thing, yeah, I don't know. I'm bad. I'm surprised I even got my legendary pack piece. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, come back here.
I feel strong. Steady your mind.
I tried. I'm sorry.
Armored up.
I really, really tried.
Grip.
I'm sorry, you guys. I thought.
Almost ready.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
On my watch. Wherever
Point C is yours now.
God, I'm so bad. I'm just not good. I don't know. I would have to really like dive into like the last time that I've really played PvP has been many, many years, and the builds have changed since then. You know, it's like
Cannon operational. Ready for targeting coordinates.
I'm gonna try to do long range. Oh great, Skyhammer belongs to blue.
Halt all movement. Experiment incoming.
Okay, fire.
Point C is yours now.
No, point C was taken from me.
Point C is yours now.
Oh god. Scooby.
Huh. Kill shot.
Strong.
So annoying.
Not
Kneecap
enough
for
energy.
that. So annoying. Just like a tanky, fast build just to decap like the enemy or whatever.
Point C is yours now.
Shake it off! Counterattack! Silence!
Jesus. Giant Norn in a maid's outfit is what killed me. I was like really trying to focus. I'm like trying to do good, but it's ugh god, PvP is just so not my stuff. It's really I like large scale, like World vs. World is fine to me, but man, there's just certain things that
Adrenaline rising!
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
To kill rising! Come here! I need help.
dude. Oh my god, are you serious? Wow. Okay. I just want this to be over at this point. Jesus. I suck. I don't know. A return to PvP sounds nice, but you guys need to give those balance too, and like guidance, and like updates to PvP to make it work.
Skyhammer calibrated
Really, bro?
to blue.
Adrenaline rising! Silence! Armored up. Shake it off!
I don't. Everything gets interrupted. Everything I try to do, and then I die. Like I've been trying to do so many different things, and it's like interrupted. I'm like, what? Anyways, I suck, and it's not an excuse. I'm not gonna. It's not an excuse at all. I suck. I know that, but it just feels a little unfair sometimes. I will say that. I don't have any like lip balm anywhere, so I gotta put some lotion on. I'm having to put lotion on with all this cold air, but I gotta put on my lips. They're burning. Yeah, I wasn't top on anything because I suck. Shit. So bad. I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong class too. Like, I play that because that's kind of my main. I gotta put some on my hands too. It's like everything's so dry. Everything's heat is on, and so last night I tried to do like my sister had been telling me, she's like, oh, I've been saving so much money by not turning on my heat at night and just letting it be. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, that's kind of smart, you know. I was thinking at first, right? I was like, maybe I should do that. So I didn't turn on my heat last night. My house was freezing cold. It was like when I woke up, it was like in the 40s in my house. Yeah, it was that cold. and I'm literally like, oh my freaking god. But then I was thinking, oh my god, to turn on the heat, I'm like, and it's now the heat has to like work 4 times as hard, because now instead of like having to do 1 or 2 degrees of adjustment, you know, when I set it to like a certain degree that I want it to be at, and it falls below that, it has to go up to that temperature, right? But like now I wake up and I now have to set it, and it's gonna be going like up like 20 degrees, right? Like I need it 20 degrees warmer in here. So it has to now work for hours. Like I literally had the AC on this morning and it was just like going and going and going and going and go. I'm like, I'm not really saving any money, because, you know, instead of having it like every hour maybe turn on for like 10 minutes or whatever to kind of warm up and then it's whatever, right? Like I now have to like continuously run it for 5 hours a day. It's like, I don't know if I'm saving any money here. I don't know what's going on. So my most played were Guardian, actually Core Guardian, just so you guys know. Ooh, look at the things. Interesting.
Nice gear.
Oh, gear and boxes and stuff.
All things have a right to grow.
But yeah, so ooh, nice. Look at that. Get the beta, the X631 beta, which is a harpoon gun. Oh, I got 2 globs of X. Nice. So I don't think that that's really like a smarter way to do it, because then, like I said, and the thing that also sucked about it was that I now, instead of like just enjoying my morning and sitting here, I'm freezing cold in like blankets, you know, like you know, sitting here like doing whatever, you know, like watching TV or like playing video games or whatever, you know, and it's like, bro, what? No, that's just, like I said, I'd rather have it maintain the temperature. I just set it to a low temperature. Like today I have it set at 63 degrees. So anytime it goes below 63 degrees, my heater will turn on for about 10-15 minutes to kind of warm up to that. You know, if it's really, really cold outside, like at night, it might be like 30 minutes of like going, but it's never longer than that. Yeah, and boom. And then temperature back up, you know? And I can live my life like waking up and being normal. Being a normal human being. Ooh, Kylo. I haven't done that in a while. Did you guys know that Kylo, once upon a time, was actually a town in Ascalon? So, it's always been a town in Ascalon, right? You guys can see the Ascalonian ruins and stuff like that. It's always been that. But the difference is that in the original draft of the map of Ascalon, did I say Guild Wars 2? I meant Guild Wars 1. The original draft of Guild Wars 1 actually had the city of Ascalon be the city of Kylo. So instead of like Ascalon, it said Kylo. I wonder if I can find that picture and post that for you guys. Let me see. Let me have a look-see here. What was that noise? I heard like a noise. Thought it was my cat, but she's just sitting on the couch. You guys probably can't really see her.
The match starts soon.
Okay, never mind. We have the match going on. All right, let's do it. Someone has the Evan
Hold on to your
thing.
points. Seize theirs.
Like, this is literally... Oh, I don't even see it, but they have the Evan support thingy. Oh, is that something that... Is it like a permanent way to get that or something? I don't know. Right. Oh, that's Gooby. It's Gooby. I didn't even notice that was Gooby. It's good old. Oh my God, what is happening? Did you guys see that? Holy crap.
Steady your mind. Armored up. I'm bleeding.
Mirror, mirror from the sand.
Almost ready.
What was that voice line? Mirror, mirror from the sand? Dude, I can't. Look at how much barrier they have. They're not dying anytime soon. I'm just not good. I'm just not a good... Maybe I should go back to Necromancer. I don't know. I would love to see something with barrier. Something that has like a ton of barrier. But like a magic class of some sort. I can't believe... we're losing again because of me. I don't think I should be doing this. I feel like I'm letting down everyone, including myself. But I just got 20 more achievement points.
Captured.
Oh, hello. Divus.
Enemy captured the windmill.
Shake it off. Not enough energy. Armored up.
Wow, okay.
Another.
Yeah, and I didn't even do any damage to him. Like, that's the thing that really sucks is like, oh my God.
You can't keep a good man down. Sharp blades, sharp mind. In readiness, stillness.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good at this game, you guys. For anyone that says I'm good, just watch this. Just watch this, and I'm dead. It's like it's just a compilation of me like... So it's like a funny music. I was trying to do the song, but I had to laugh. Oh my God, that's funny. So I just... So I ended up just saying That's really funny, actually. Yeah, it's just a funny compilation of me dying 20 times over again. That would be pretty much it, right? Like,
Enemy captured the windmill.
Oh my God. Like 1 billion blocks and like, I don't even know how people make builds like that. It's crazy. I'm warm. I need water. I'm thirsty. I'm not. I'm blaming it on being thirsty. I'm thirsty. I'm dying. Oh boy.
Enemy captured the clock tower.
I'm so bad at this game. It's so embarrassing. Need to maybe just play a different class. I don't know. I don't know what class I would want to do.
Urge to kill rising. Gaining adrenaline.
Suffer.
Clock tower captured.
Like I got you, lady.
Shake it off.
Need some healing here.
You go another point. Alright.
I don't have enough energy.
Oh my God! When you just have, what is the
Enemy
other?
captured the clock tower.
What is this guy?
Eat my
She?
dust.
Oh my God! Look at her face. She's a guardian, or guardian. I don't know. I don't know what an easy PvP class is, where it's just like, yeah, this is good. You know what I mean? Like. Hey, Meep.
Running out of endurance.
Enemy captured the windmill.
You won't escape.
Maximum pain.
Not sure why she teleported back to me. That was a little risque.
Gaining adrenaline.
What am I doing on this fucking
Mansion
bonus
captured.
event? I'm be done with this. I'm only on tier 1 of 10. Oh, rough. I was not paying attention. It's like already captured and I'm still staying.
Enemy captured the windmill.
I feel strong.
Stand your ground.
Clock tower
Oh
captured.
god, this guy.
Shake it off.
I don't like this guy. Oh, I fell.
Silence. Your actions are foolish. Another. There's one to remember me by.
Windmill captured.
Come on. No.
Shake it off. Adrenaline rising.
Oh boy. Alright.
Clock tower captured. Enemy captured the windmill.
I don't know where to go. Down here? I guess they're saying down here.
I feel strong.
Yeah, I'll be on here. Here we go. I can't believe we're holding our own. Like, we're not really holding our own, but we're doing okay compared to like I've did what my performance is like. I feel like we're doing more.
Mansion captured. Enemy captured the clock tower.
Silence. Shake it off. I'm ready. Are you? I feel so vulnerable.
They're just bashing on me, and I'm like, I can't even do any damage. Look at how fast like that person's healing themselves. It's crazy. I don't know how people do that. Someone said ew. For whatever reason she said ew.
Strong. Shake it off. Adrenaline rising. I'm ready. Are you? Not on my watch.
I can't even defeat her. Oh my god. So annoying.
Ready for action. Shake it off.
Top offense, top defense. That pre-made. Oh, is that what ew is? Oh no, that was the other person though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know if there's shenanigans going on or what. I don't know. I didn't do that good. I know that. The problem also is that I don't know what entails a good build for PvP, and if I just read it online, then I'm like, I don't know what to do with half of this. That's why I like kind of read through some of my stuff here, but I'm like, I don't know if this is good. I don't know if that's what I need. Like, this looks good to me, but I don't know. Like, maybe this would be kind of nice to have, because I feel like I can't land Mage Bane Tether, like, ever. So maybe doing that. Or maybe just doing more damage with, or more, removing more boons from people. I don't know. With Spirit Watch, I haven't played Spirit Watch in so long. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But copy conditions on yourself to targets. That's kind of nice, right? I would like to see that. That sounds like a good idea to me. All right, we're doing Niflhel. What was it called? Niflhel. What is that Niflhel? All right, who am I in a group with? These people, cool. I don't think there's a repeat there, is there? We have a diverse group. Yeah. Okay. These are new people, so we're not fighting with the same guy. Same guys. I don't know if we're gonna win, you guys. Do you think so, mister? Those green eyes. Alright, come on, let's do it. Please. I do like this map. You know, sometimes I know that it's the Mist and it can be anywhere in place and blah 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 whatever, right? Like it, they don't have to be on Tyria, but some of these maps I'm like, man, I wish there was like an actual version of this somewhere in the game. So, like there's like a little fortress on a mountain somewhere. But whatever.
Hold on to your points. Seize theirs.
I guess I'm gonna go. Is someone going on the first point? Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Do I want to engage? I think.
Venom. Too strong. You've seized the henge. Shake it off. Armored up. Steady your mind.
Why won't anyone help me?
Oh no, I was doing so good. Please, please, please. Oh no! Help! Oh god, I get 2 people against me? Great.
Look who's back. It's me, by the way.
Not sure exactly. My team had abandoned me, so we're back on the losing team. That's okay. As long as I perform okay.
They took the henge.
I can't control what other people do. They took the henge. I'm gonna help them out. Take that guy. Great.
Your enemy took the mine.
Great. You guys just keep him busy over there. I'm capturing this. Oh god.
You've seized the henge.
Oh man.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Back at it.
Pain everywhere.
Shake it off.
Wait, how is this happening? We were winning this fight, and then all of a sudden everyone just dropped like flies. Did you guys see that? 3 of us just died. When I entered the battle, 1 of them was down. All of us were up, and it was 3 of us dying and none of them dying. I'm like, something seems wrong there. But some people are just good at PvP, man. They just know exactly like what are some good abilities for some good.
They took the henge. The keep is yours. Shake it off. I'm ready. Are you? Silence.
I look at this. I can't do any damage. They're healing everything. I just. What in the hell, man? You got a healer monk here. Can't do any damage. Fucking A. Are these all pre-made groups? Like, is that what's going on? Maybe we should just do. Why am I in combat? Why does this keep happening? It's like I know I jumped down, but keep being in combat for so long. No one is killing this guy. We're losing so hard right now.
The keep's been lost.
See, and that's the thing is like I just don't understand enough about PvP to know like, okay, what can I do better? What traits do I need to change in order to make this experience better? Right?
Your actions are foolish. Adrenaline. The chieftain has returned. Shake it off. Armored up.
Oh my god. I cannot do anything.
Steady your mind.
You lose.
Bad shape here.
Maybe I should just be that. Maybe I should just be a healing guardian with a staff running around, and that's all I do. Because that seems to be effective. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. No. I want to keep fighting these guys.
Shake it off. Almost there. I feel strong. I feel so vulnerable.
Look, they're full health. I can't. This is not
See anything?
impossible. What am I fighting? 2 Reapers and a healer. And I'm fighting 3 against 1. And my teammates, like, aren't doing anything. There's 4 of them, and they can't do anything? I mean, it's like, what the hell is even going on?
In readiness, stillness. Almost there.
Reinforcements requested.
Adrenaline rising. Eat my dust.
Wow. Top healing? Top damage, top defense. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this. What? No, that's not good. That's not good. I have top defense with 2? Wait a minute. Look at this. Look at this for a second. Total personal. I have 2 points of defense. What? Oh man, that's bad. That's really bad. That's so bad. Holy crap. Like I obviously, as you guys can tell, I didn't play that well. Like I sucked. I was still top player in my like group. Oh man. Maybe I should do ranked and see how well. Maybe I should. Let's just do a ranked. You can get some extra rewards that way. None of my friends are placing. None of my guild members are placing. Minimum games required 105 games. Jesus, you really gotta play there. But I could go for some rewards here. Not that I'm gonna get to like Byzantium or whatever. But Jesus, look at that non-repeatable one. Grandmaster marks, 2 armors, 20 gold, 5 transmutation charges, ascended shards of glory, PvP league tickets, God knows how much karma. Jeez, that's a lot. That's a lot. If the queues weren't so freaking long. I don't have a button for it. I have undone the button for PvP. I needed it. Like, I tell you guys right now, there is a keybind. I don't think, aside like some of my F keys, I have every single button assigned on my keyboard to some kind of, there's some kind of keybind to it. It's crazy. So I always have that problem when they add like amount, like the last one was the turtle, right? When they added the turtle, I had to like, what did I have to, I had to take something away, and I was like, I guess I'm not going to use that, but I do want to have and I don't even know which button it is, because I have them all over here on the side, and I have no clue which is which. So I always just, you know, use C for it or whatever, but yeah, anyways, it's crazy. I have no more buttons open. I hope they don't add anything in the game that needs another button. Like, even like these things over here, for example, like use mastery skill. Yeah, I don't know if there's an actual like keybind for it. I don't have any keybinds for these, I don't think. Yeah, these are just like mastery skill buttons, but it's a little crazy. All right, let's do it. Ooh, Legacy of the Fire. I like that map. It's a great map. Probably do like 1 or 2 more games of PvP, and then I have probably around that time. Like, I'm trying to get to like 1. And I'm gonna try to like stream a little bit early. Oh, we're doing Skyhammer again. I'm trying to stream a little earlier. I know I didn't do it today, but that's because my week has been like kind of all over the place. Been trying to work on a lot of things. All right, do we recognize any of these names?
Recovery.
No, not really. Rust Hide, Juvenile Catfish. Some of the fashion here is fantastic. She reminds me of like a character from somewhere. Faye Fahrenheit? Is that an actual character somewhere?
Help.
Hold on to your points.
Recovery.
Seize theirs.
Where are they? Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they're invisible. That's purpose.
Oh,
Activate hard.
shake it off.
Point A is yours. Point C is in enemy hands.
In readiness, stillness. Almost there. Your soul is mine. Ready, willing, and
No, 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 please don't. No! Oh my god. Where are our teammates? Oh, one died. I wonder, is
taken point B.
What's it called? The Thief, Shadow, whatever spec. Is that good in PvP?
My strength.
Whoa! Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What in the hell was that? Gunflame. Fire a fast flaming shot that explodes on the first foot, interrupting foes in the area. Did 18,000 well, actually 19,000 damage. I died in literally one ability. How in the hell did it do 19,000 damage? That doesn't seem fair. Doesn't seem fair at all.
I owe you my life. Shake it off! Almost ready.
The enemy has point A.
Gaining
That
adrenaline.
feels good.
No.
Kill him. No, you guys, really? Oh my god. Wow, he didn't get up from that. I don't know why that didn't. Wow, he single-handedly killed me, revived him, and killed him. While the other people just stood by and did nothing. I mean, what in the world?
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
You guys can just stand there. You guys can just stand
Point
there.
A is yours.
Armored up.
Why do I have like 4 people after me?
In readiness. Stillness. Shake it off!
Cannon operational. Ready for targeting coordinates.
Strong.
Holy Christ, what is happening? And I'm not doing that great this game. I'm really not. I'm really not doing that great. The Skyhammer. Gotta claim Skyhammer. I'm doing it. No. Wait, someone is there already? Good. Yes.
The enemy has point A.
Enemy has point A. I'm gonna go back.
Skyhammer calibrated to
Right.
blue.
Uh-huh.
Shake it off!
That is not a projectile.
Need help here?
My dudes.
Point A is yours. Point B
What are
belongs
you looking
to
at
you.
me for? What are you marking me for? You're the one who died, not me.
Almost there.
Point C is in enemy hands.
Where am I?
Where are you? Not one.
Steady your mouth. Shake it off!
What? He didn't evade that. What in the world is happening here? He did not evade that. Oh my god.
Strong.
He like jumped way too late. So annoying. Now this stupid. Can we get this marker off from me, please?
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
Point B belongs to you. Point A is
Okay,
yours.
now we want to go to... Ready for transport.
Cannon operational. Ready for targeting coordinates.
Uh-oh.
Time to bust some hits. Gaining adrenaline. Shake it off! Silence! I'm back.
The enemy has taken point B.
I've got the target.
Oh my god. Oh, please, everyone, stop dying. How did they both die? And I was the... Oh my god. I'm like, I didn't even realize they both die. Okay, now I'm gonna die. Oh, there's an enemy.
On my mark.
Oh my god. They both die. Well, I'm fighting and I like down 2 people. I mean, it's like I said, it's validation. It kind of makes me feel like I'm doing something with my life.
Eat my dust. Adrenaline rising. Sharp blades, sharp mind. Vigor.
And it's out.
Skyhammer calibrated to blue.
Oh, I
Attack my target.
swapped weapons. Right?
I'm hurt.
Steady, you're almost there.
Point C is in enemy hands.
Shake it off.
Point A is yours.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
In bad shape.
Oh my god.
Eat my dust.
Oh boy. Okay. Should have done. You know, I should have done my full counter. I was debating between doing my 5 skill or doing my counter, and you know, made a judgment there, but that's okay. We're losing anyway, so it doesn't matter at all, actually. 'Cause they're killing us.
Cannon operational. Ready for targeting coordinates.
Point C is yours now.
Shake it off. Adrenaline rising. Back at you.
Oh my god. I was trying to swap weapons and I couldn't.
Your soul is mine.
Point C is in enemy hands.
I shock. Wow, that was what a great failure that was. Good job.
Skyhammer calibrated.
I know what he was trying to do, but it did not work at all.
You can't keep a good man down. I appreciate the help.
The enemy has point A.
Okay, top revives and top defense. That's it. Yeah, I didn't do that good. So sad. Oh, he like faded. Great. I've lost every battle in PvP. Like we have yet to win. Alright, I'm gonna try one more. And then we'll see how that goes. Gonna do one more for tonight, and then I'm gonna go. So I don't as we talk about leaving, I don't know when I'm gonna be streaming next. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming Saturday or when? Defeat, 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 victory, defeat, victory, defeat, defeat, defeat. So obviously I'm not good as a spellbreaker, but hey, there you go. And even 10 minutes. That was a long match for sure. Is there that one match? I'm trying to see. There was one match that we had where it was like and I think it must have been before. Was it before that? That's in 2022. I felt like I had one very recently. Maybe that's the one where it was like really close, but I guess I thought it was closer than 473. I thought it was like 490 or something, where it's like 490 versus 500 or something is what it was, but I don't think so. I don't think so, mister. I don't know why you texted me at 1 o'clock in the morning, but that's okay. Oh, let's see who's on my team. Fighting. Okay, that was the one that was on my team. Was that someone that I fought earlier? Was that way earlier on? Did I fight the same guy?
The match starts soon.
I don't know. I want to find a character that I'm good at in PvP. I'm probably gonna wait. Like, not that I'm gonna be streaming PvP all the time, but I'm probably gonna wait until the next balance change happens, and then I'm gonna find, you know, because I don't want to find a profession right now where I'm like, oh yeah, that was really good, and then the next balance change they like change something that like makes this trash. But I want to find something that I like to play in PvP. So, oh my god, I'm not even doing anything. My teammates are beasts.
The enemy has point A.
Almost there. Come and get me.
Point C is yours now.
Shake it off.
Holy crap, that guy's is really good. This is not the same guy, by the way. I was thinking of a Char that I fought against earlier. I kind of a name like that.
Point B belongs to you.
Hello. Oh, bye.
Strong. Refreshing. Adrenaline rising. Shake it off. Sharper armored up. Almost there. Come and get me. I'm unstoppable.
I feel so full of
Urge to kill rising.
Come on. Full stop.
It burns.
Jeez. A rifle warrior that does like just a ton of damage. It's great. I love it. I love to see it.
I'm back.
Point C is in enemy hands.
Shake it off. Steady your mind. Refreshing.
Extra damage.
Back at it.
Come on. I'm out of like abilities to use.
I'm bleeding.
Fucking get her. Oh my god, you guys. Come on, you guys. We can do this. Oh my god, it's so close too. And we're losing right now. Oh my god, I don't want to lose again. Please. Maybe I should stay on spear more. I feel like I die a lot with daggers.
Refreshing.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
Point C is yours now.
In bad shape.
Wow. Wow, look at that teamwork. They had me like, they were all invisible. One person dazed me or stunned me or whatever. I think it was a stun. And then they had two other people just like hammering down on me at the same time. I'm like, oh my god, what teamwork. Holy shit. Whether or not it's a pre-made group, it's still like, I think it's a great feat to pull off.
Ready for targeting coordinates.
How that worked out perfectly. Oh, hello. Bye. I'm just gonna capture this out right here. doing, dude?
The enemy has point A.
What are you doing?
Point B belongs to you. Shake it off! Try me. Nobody shoots me down.
I was in some deep trouble there.
Steady your mind.
All right, they're all down. Let's get them one after the other, please.
Almost there.
Oh my god, jeez.
Skyhammer calibrated to red.
I'm going that way.
Point C is yours now.
No, 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 no.
Shake it off! Adrenaline rising.
Not enough energy.
Oh god. I wanna, you know what would be really cool, and I just thought about that. It would, and I don't know how well it performs, right? But what's the name? Bladesworn. Oh, I would love to
Cores
see
installed.
Bladesworn, like
Charging
if you
the
can like
laser.
charge up like a really strong attack or something, like one of those dragon slashes or something, and like do like a ton of damage. Oh man, that would be freaking fantastic.
Steady your mind. I'm unstoppable.
No, Skyhammer is gonna be ready. I'm going.
Cannon operational. Ready for targeting coordinates.
I'm already
Point
here.
C is in enemy hands.
No one is here right now.
Strong. Almost ready. I'm in bad shape. Armored up. Shake it off. Point C is yours now.
Lightning bolt!
Oh my god, no. Please kill Ingrid. What are you doing? No, attack Ingrid.
Ready
Yes.
for action. Come and get me. Point B
Wow, they
belongs
didn't
to
attack
you.
me.
Kill rising.
That's all this going on. They didn't attack me. Holy crap. Can you like please take this? Got it.
Skyhammer calibrated to red.
Beautiful. We're doing so beautiful right now. Oh my god, that was like nerve-wracking for a second there. I was like, oh my god. But it was nice because they came like one after another rather than like all at once.
Point A is yours.
So it was very it was very nice. It was just like a bloop, 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 one. Okay, we're fighting off the side here. Uh-oh.
I feel so vulnerable.
Point B belongs to you. Point C is in enemy hands. Silence.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
Oh my god, we're doing so good.
The enemy
Can I
has taken
finish
point B.
this with a win tonight? That'd be nice. Leaving on a high note like this. That'd be great. We're doing okay. We lost both point B and point A.
Point
Got
A
A
is
for
yours.
us. Guys, stop fighting off point. It's so pointless. Get it? Because it's not on a point, so it's pointless.
Ready for targeting
It's
coordinates.
so funny. No! 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 Stop it!
Aiding it. Shake it off.
Skyhammer calibrated to red.
Bear.
Don't stand in that. Who else is standing in it?
Point B belongs to you.
Unbroken, unshaken, resolved.
You lose. The enemy has point A.
Than I expected.
Another.
Eat my dust.
Oh god, he's good too. I'm like scared to fight him.
I need some help.
I'm back.
No. He used this like thing, vengeance thingy. Vengeance? Is that what it's called? Revenge? Vengeance? Oh, you got that. Okay, let's go. Oh, hello.
The enemy has taken point B. Point C is yours now.
Serious.
Oh my god, can you please just die? Holy crap. None of my attacks are hitting. Goddess of trash. I pressed the button to mount up, just so you guys know. I was like, alright, let's go. Not how that works. Not how that works at all. Where is he?
Shake it off. Almost ready.
Dude, oh my god, I pressed the button. I swear to you guys, I pressed the freaking button.
Take that.
Please let me win this. Oh, I don't want to lose. We can still lose. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it in the worst situations and like completely turn around. Like they got all 3 points and then they just completely got like 50 points in like a few seconds. It was crazy. I've seen it.
Cores installed. Charging the laser.
Just defend that point. Like 3 more seconds. 1 more second. You're done.
Your team is
Oh my
victorious.
god. Oh nice. Oh, look at that. Look at all of that. We got all of these good things. Wow, that was a win. And I didn't get anything in my group. Oh my god, this guy did everything? This guy right here, he was good. He definitely was good. So, I don't know. I would love to do a Blades one. I feel like there's something... I'm going to try that out at some point. So, but yeah, anyways, so let's see. Alright, so, thank you guys for watching and listening to my rants about random stuff. Like I said, I am working on the video series, the regional lore video series. So hopefully, oh, there, look, there's Chupa over there, who we were fighting earlier. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can get this out. I don't know if it's gonna be for the end of the month. I mean, it's only like 7 days. Like, I don't know if I can make it, but I'm really trying to get this video series done. And then after that, we're gonna have new streams. We're doing Guild Wars 1 streams. We're doing more a new challenge run for Guild Wars 2. We're gonna be doing other videos. I'm gonna go back to doing shorts. I have about, I think, 4 shorts right now that are like the scripts are written for it, but I haven't recorded the audio or video. It doesn't take me that long. So once that video series is out, I'm gonna be doing shorts again, like did you know facts and stuff. I'm gonna be doing like more, like I want to do a couple videos before Bavanisos comes out. I want to talk about Bavanisos, kind of tell some people about like Bavanisos, some of the things, and then after that, I want to do like maybe where the next expansion is going and stuff. There's a couple videos I would like to do. But yeah, other than that, you know, and then regular stuff, going back to regular stuff, theorizing, stuff like that. So hopefully, wish me luck, you guys. I can get some time to get all these things done. I don't know when I'm streaming again. I don't know if I'm going to be, I'm off on Saturday, but I have plans on Saturday. I don't know. And like I said, I'm trying to get the video series done, so I might take Saturday to work on that even more, just so I can get this done soon, you know. Anyways, so thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and